Oh, shoot, man. So what y'all been up to, man? Well, let me go ahead and start the show. Let me go ahead and start it off. We all ready? We all good to go?
Yep.
All right. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the TWEOM Podcast. I'm your host, Joel Morris.
What's up? It's your other host, Louis the 15th.
And it's your other host, Walter Riddle.
All right, y'all. So, man, how y'all doing? How y'all holding up, yo?
I'm doing well. Doing all right.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Still alive, still kicking.
Same here. Still blessed.
Yeah, man. Just trying to eat my fruits and vegetables,
Yeah.
Yeah, because this time, I realized, it's so easy to overeat. Like, I ate 2 bags of Pringles, or like 2 packets of Pringles in a day.
Yeah. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Sick of myself.
I've done the opposite, which is I've gone to 1 meal a day.
Oh.
Which is horrible for your digestive system and everything.
Yes, it is.
But it's unfortunately just the mindset I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it's like, it's Chick-fil-A or something else. But I'm with you. I got to force myself to eat the fruits and veggies.
Yeah, man.
Because I actually had this heart thing happen to me a while ago.
Oh, wait, what?
And my shit was like beating fast as fuck one night.
Yeah.
And I gave up the caffeine a minute ago. So I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I think what it was my body I had like a potassium shortage because I hadn't been eating like any fruits or vegetables.
Mm.
And I realized when I'm at work, they bring in these little fruit trays for meetings and they'll have like, I nibble on shit.
Yeah. It's like, you're not actively paying attention to what you was like, oh, it's there. I'm going to grab something.
I grab a cup of fruit
Mm-hmm.
or I'll grab like some, I'm not gonna fake. I never grab a salad, but I'm just keeping it a stat. But I will grab their food, which white people just be putting a whole lot of nothing in their food. So, you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be a kale, eggplant infused with some tomato marinara sauce shit. And I'm hungry and it's free, so I'll eat. You know what I'm saying? So I miss that component from work.
Yeah, that's real. That is real.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I really ain't a lot of fruits and veggies in the house, but when I do go out and like eat fast food, I've just been going to like tropical smoothie. Get me like a detox smoothie, fruit smoothie. You know what I'm saying? Some sandwich with kale or some green shit in it.
I need to get on that. I didn't even think of that shit. See, I've been trying to stay away from places that serve cold shit.
True.
Because I just been, in my mind, I'm just like, look, if the food's hot, the virus can't live on the shit, right? Theoretically. But for me, it's also like, because at some place I'll be going, I should get a salad. But I'm like, a salad cold as fuck. And
nah, man, that's why you got to make your shit at home. Like, I made a smoothie for myself the other day. Got all my like fruits and put them in the freezer the day before. Right. Blended the shits up. Had some oat milk with that shit too. Simple, beautiful. Like, yeah, man, super healthy, super tasty.
I was about to make my own walnut milk.
Yeah, takes a couple of days, right?
Nah, it's like it's mad simple. Honestly, you grind the walnut, put water in it, filter it out, and then just eat that shit. Like it's not like, just it's better. They said it's better. It's better than almond milk. Walnuts are healthier, so
I believe that.
I'm just trying to stay away from dairy and shit.
I feel that.
Bruh, one of the hardest things to do is finding vegan cheese that actually melts. Like, because lactose intolerance, man. Like niggas know. Yeah. Like ever since you ate, you had that ice cream from whoever's birthday party, and you felt the bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it, But finding that vegan cheese is there's one brand, I forget the name of it is, but it melts like actual cheese. You put it in the eggs and whatnot.
Yeah,
super super delicious.
All right, I'm conflicted when they try to make vegan versions of shit. That is the reason. That's the reason why they made veganism.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
I be conflicted because a part of me is like, I get it. We all admit the shit tastes better.
Yes,
right.
That's what we're admitting, first of all.
Oh yes.
And so I understand the Impossible Burger. You're trying to get people to not miss what they're giving up to go for a healthier alternative and a healthier lifestyle.
Yes.
I appreciate that component of it, but there's another component of it where I'm just like, I don't know, man. If you gotta give it up, you gotta give it up, right? like, if the cheese ain't gonna melt, nigga, it's not gonna melt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm mad. Joe is just cheese. Like he's the dad to the United States. Hey, look, you chose vegan. I
mean, a part of me is like, if you gotta give it up, you gotta give it up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like when I hear from kids who never ate fast food, their mom cooked everything for them.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
but
I get it, but it's like, but you tell them like, those are like kids. Like my sister has this friend who's like a doctor. Her kids eat like fruits and vegetables as their snacks and shit, right?
Yeah.
So her kids will be in the crib like fiending blueberries.
Yeah.
Like they don't know what they missing with McDonald's fries. They never had them.
Because that is crack.
No, I get it, but it's like, but it's like they've never been introduced to the bad good.
Yes.
So they just like blueberries.
Yeah. You
know? And it's like
it's wild. I mean, but it's all exposure at the end of the day, you know? Like what if your parents never really went through like some hard times, you know, or if your parents aren't artists, you know, they may not be you may not be able to connect with them at that fashion, or if your parents never really experienced racism, they won't be able to like properly explain it to you because it's like they're still trying to like navigate it themselves. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good way to switch on to this other topic.
Segue.
You're welcome. So
I saw you. It was a little bit of a hard turn. The car jerked a little bit. Walt.
Hey, look, but did you die though?
No. I was gonna wait for a little nugget, and then I was gonna say, you know what? Let me put the blinker on and start my turn. But this nigga Walt said, he said, let's turn the vehicle real quick and start talking about these crackers.
Message.
Man, bro, the racism. You can't tell me we're not in the 50s right now.
Nah, Jay-Z was right, man. Streets is dead. Like,
bro, like from all the shit that I've seen this week, from the double standard of treatment for people who are outside in New York, and the Ahmuad Arbery story that just broke nationally past week. I just seen this other joint. I put it in the podcast joint. This other white dude, brother 10 feet away from him with no gun, he feared for his life and killed him. They charging him with second-degree manslaughter. I'm like, that sounds like first-degree murder. But he feared for his life. So
Florida?
Nah, this was I put it in the podcast group, but I'm just like, I don't know, I'm exhausted right now, bro.
Honestly,
Florida?
Was that in Florida?
Hey, look.
They're the only ones that got the stand your ground bullshit, isn't it?
Nah, but it's not even that. It's the self-defense argument.
The panic defense, I think that's what it's called. Because I know that there's a version for trans women, where if you're in a relationship with a trans woman and you could quote unquote legally kill that person. Yeah, it's a really, really awful.
If you were like, defense. If you didn't know,
no, like if you found out, like say, like I'm trans, you know, we're in a relationship, you find out that I'm trans, so you kill me. The defense that you would use would be the is a panic defense, like trans panic defense. But essentially, it's like you feared for your life in that instance. And so you made a decision.
It's hard to make a fear for your life argument in that regard. I can understand the confusion of the mental state. Like that's one thing I've always thought about, where it's like, I get it. Like people, these people, they struggle their whole life with their identities and trying to be who they are.
Yeah.
But those complex struggles and feelings that they've had for years before they decide to transition to do what they want to do, if you put the onus on a man to have all that hit him before he about to fuck at 8:30 at night, you know what I'm saying? Like all the thoughts that you've had about your own life and your whole identity, you tell this dude who now you're going to put him in that own state of questioning who he is.
Yeah.
And to
Yeah,
me,
not yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's kind of
Discovery
like,
at that point should not be happening.
no, like I said,
Yeah.
just be upfront with that. Like,
Yeah,
because there's people out there who fuck with that. So just be upfront with what you want to do and who you are wholeheartedly. And I get it. Society makes that tough. Society makes that hard. And I guess that's the struggle we're in right now. But like when I think of this whole situation that's going on with the double standards in New York, I mean, have y'all seen the videos? What y'all been seeing, man?
I haven't seen any of the videos.
Hey, for the record, my bad. I just looked up all the states that have these staying in ground laws, and it's quite a bit. Look like about 20 or some shit.
Yeah, there's a few, man. There's a lot. Now they have different names and stuff like that, but it's pretty much the same shit.
Yeah, Utah, Texas, West Virginia, Montana, Alaska, Florida, of course. Like, it's more than I thought.
Yeah, because like I said, man, it's like kind of that. I was thinking like the effect that racism has on you through experiencing it through social media, the way it can affect your mood, you know what I'm saying? Seeing some fucked up shit online versus you dealing with some fucked up shit in person. And I think most people's arguments is your life is fine, so shut up.
But it magnifies it. And
it does. And it's going to be even more magnified now that all we have is social media.
Exactly. So
my life,
that's the dumbest shit. That's the dumbest argument ever, because if you as a nigga are watching another nigga get shot for just being a nigga, like the only difference between you and that nigga is that I'm over here and
you over there.
That's it. I get that. But I always, because to me, none of these things are new to us, right? And I really don't think we'll have varying perspectives on what the fuck is going on. But I kind of want to have this conversation about the complacency of the people that have that mindset of it's not happening to you. You know, because I'm not saying they directly say it, but I feel like the silence at this point is saying that. You know, it's kind of like, because I mean, I've seen them hit the street to protest for haircuts, bro. You know what I'm saying? And now in Georgia, yeah.
All right. But those are two different sets of people that you're referring to. Like the people that we need to actually get to care about this shit versus the people protesting haircuts.
Okay. I can no longer live in that belief that they're different.
Fair. Yeah.
I completely understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
They're not allies.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. I understand that, and I'm grappling with that. However, we seen a murder on camera with Ahmuad Arbery, and today I've been on my social media scrolling through. All the black people I follow seem to be posting about it. A couple white people that I fuck with post about it, like Mila Jovovich, you know, from Resident Evil. She follows Sean King heavy. She reposted about Ahmuad. I haven't checked on a couple others, but it's like, it's kind of like I don't know, man, because to me, the sense of urgency just overwhelms me at times in terms of what I want to do. I was calling this freaking DA office today and yesterday and, you know, just trying to put my little footprint into it. And then I see Joe Biden tweet about it.
Fuck that nigga, man.
We need justice for Ahmuad. This is horrible. This is a tragedy. I'm like, LeBron can tweet, nigga. You Joe Biden. You trying to be president. You can't do more than a tweet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where was the, oh my God, this is, because to me, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I've seen so much blatant racism this week. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this feels like 2016 all over again with them back-to-back shootings, Alton Sterling and Philando. That shit was a lot, bro.
It is. I try to avoid it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's because combined with this whole quarantine thing and whatnot, like I realized that my headspace was not proper. You know,
I'm not even mad at you.
And so, like, when I like just dwelling on it, because even thinking about it, like, that man isn't going home. Like,
No.
never. And we're just searching for why. Because why? Even if they said there was some sort of beef between him and, you know, the family or whatever like that, at least there's an explanation. And I think that's what's bugging me in particular so much, is that there isn't a reason. Like, we know the reason. It's because of racism, but racism is such a quilted blanket of a reason. You just throw it and it's like,
it's massive.
What? Like, yeah, exactly. It's like, what part of your racism did, like, triggered? Like what was it? Him just running? Was it his athleticism? Is that what really triggered it? Was it because you saw somebody else running through a neighborhood you thought was yours, so it was property based? Like, we need to figure out what exactly is triggering it, because it's just gonna persist. Like, and I know I'm just talking in circles, but it's a
podcast. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, facts. But that's why, like, I see it, I glance at it, but I try not to.
I agree.
To really live in it. Yeah.
So, to your point, this is where I'm, and this is what I used to get into these arguments with Mustafa a lot, right? What I'm never arguing the act, right? People kill people for a myriad of reasons every day.
Yeah.
What I always am arguing for is the response to the act when it happens to us.
Yes.
Right? So it's not so much what was the trigger for these white people. I'm willing to just say racist crackers and leave it at that. What I'm upset about is it happened 3 months ago.
Damn.
They haven't arrested anyone. The third DA is on the case now. First one kicked it away because conflict of interest. The only witness for the shooting is the father, who's a former police officer. So it was a conflict of interest with the DA in the county. He said, I can't do this. That's my homie. They kicked it to the other county. He said, I can't do this. That's my cousin. And then they kicked it to the third one, who is now going to the grand jury and plans on pressing charges on some degree, right? That's where I get the animus and anger. And Mustafa could never grasp this when I would talk to him. It's not the death, because he would be like, oh, black people kill black people. It's the response to it.
Yeah.
Like Nipsey's killers in jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They caught that nigga quick.
And regardless if like the friend or the first DA, right? He's like, all right, you know what? I'm really close, you know, that we live in the same town. We probably have the same friends. You know what? I'm too close to this. I can't. Understandable for whatever reason. The second DA, though, is like, oh, that's my cousin. Like, oh, and
I'm back to the first DA. Like, bro, you seen a murder. Like, and the thing is, the video just got released because they theorized that this dude was sharing this video amongst his friends groups.
He probably was, just like the don't fuck with cats.
What it was the guy following the shooters. The one pickup truck with the father and son. Another neighbor got his gun and was following them. Now, so this is what the story was from the initial police report. The story was that they caught him in the middle of a burglary.
Oh,
in broad daylight.
In broad daylight with shorts on and a white t-shirt, robbing white people. Okay. That was the story that the family got. You told them that their son was robbing someone and got killed for it. All right. So then we flip it to another story. Okay, that's not quite checking out. We don't see no items in his hand. He was in the middle of the street. What was it? Who was he breaking into? He was in the middle of the street. So then they say, oh, it was self-defense. All right. So this is what they say. Then they say, no, they say they were making a citizen's arrest. The father wrote, he violently attacked my son. And my son defended himself with a shotgun he had pointed at him. Now, to me, this is where I say, okay, look.
I just watched this damn video.
What'd you say?
I'm about to watch this. Somebody put it in the group chat. And I was
yeah,
like, I'm
like I
not
said,
watching this.
I agree. I get it. But you know what I'm saying? The only reason I say we have to have like because we got a pod, you know? Like, you know, be able to come on and have substantive talking points to be able to discuss these things. I get it. I don't like to look at the shit either. I'm over here fucking like stomach turning, ready to slap the next white person I see. That's what that shit does to me. I can't help that. Like, it's not their fault. It's some of their fault, but it's not all of their fault. But I don't know, man. Like,
coming up to you like, "Hey, Joel, how's it going?"
Like, I don't know if I'll be able to send my kid to a white school. Like,
hell no.
I don't know if I'll ever. I haven't been comfortable working in white-owned spaces for the past 6 to 7 years. Like, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I work with good people, kind-hearted people, but I just don't like existing in this space. And it's like, I'm not saying if the company I work for was ran by a black person, it'd be better, but I just know I would feel better.
Yeah,
that's 100%.
You're right. When I was in Richmond, when I went from Wells Fargo to this mental health clinic, the mental health clinic was black owned. And when I mean like the vibe was completely different, I felt that weight off my shoulder.
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
that what I'm talking about, these videos and these things we see online, it just makes that weight more.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, and I just want at some point that a healthy swath of individuals who say that they love us as, you know, I just want a response to that weight. Like, is it never there? You know what I'm saying? Do you have to be dating a black person to feel it? And even then, do you have to have a black kid to feel it? Like, I'm just, because to me, I'm just boggled, man.
For my absolute hot take, I don't think even white people feel it towards one another.
No, they don't.
No. So
they don't.
Yeah, like collectively, anyways.
No, I agree, and I think us trying to impose that individuality, because I was thinking about this, like, they want us to be like them in the fact that they don't care what happens to each of them.
Mm-hmm.
But like Lou was saying, we have to, because I know that the only reason that nigga dead is because he was there and I was here.
Yeah.
Like, and they don't seem to grasp that. And I think that's where it always falls into trying to put the onus on the victims. You're trying to victim blame. What did he do to die? You know, to get killed. And it's a part of them trying to impose some. It just can't be that these men were so racist that they saw a black man and lost their fucking shit. It has to be, well, what did he do?
What was that nigga doing?
Yeah. And so you watch the video. What you think, Lou?
It's shit is crazy because I'm seeing the two dudes scrap. You know, I'm seeing homie and the white boy, and I'm hearing gunshots like as they're scrapping. So I don't know. It's not until like the very last gunshot where I see white. So the white dude that's scrapping with the brother, he is armed. It looks like he got that fire in his hand.
He had a shotgun.
Now I can't tell. Is he the one firing or is his dad in the
He's
background?
the one firing.
And as dude is scrapping with him? That's crazy.
So what happens is, if you see in the video, he's jogging. They cut him off with the car.
Uh-huh.
And the dude with the shotgun's there. He tries to go around them. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
They step further into his space. And then I guess at this point, he realized, as every black man would realize, these crackers trying to kill me.
Yeah.
Like, and to me, it's Georgia. I know this man, this brother probably has a gun. But he probably thought to himself, I'm not going to jog with it because they're going to think, because I'm black. Lo and behold, they thinking that shit anyway, nigga. So now I'm just like, man, I wish he had his joint on him so he could have let him feel it. Because I'll be dead. Bro, I'm dead serious. Like, niggas, I'm so Second Amendment heavy right now, bro. I'm like, I don't care, dog. Like, I don't give a fuck.
I made the mistake of thinking, I was like, yo, I should go to a gun range soon. I'm like, how?
Oh, yeah.
It's
I'm not Tim. Like,
it was like
Tim is like, yo, I'm about to get two. He's like, well, right. Like you said, it's real. Like, because I'm looking like, yo. And like I said, it's the fact that they did it and just knew. yo, the DA is my cousin. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, all we gotta do is act like this nigga was doing something. It'll be
whatever it is, bro.
Well, we can put a question mark on this murder. You know? And I don't get, we can impose that question mark so heavily when it's the black skin.
And just sprinkle some crack on him and just, you know what I mean?
Exactly, man.
Keep it pushing.
Yeah, man. And it's like, and we have so many it's like, name a point in our history. There's documentation from our comedians, our musicians, our artists about these things consistently, our politicians. And it's 2020. The Rona just hit. You find out 58% of the people who have died from it are African. And you like, let's go and open it up. Like, huh? But the dude in Georgia said the reason why they haven't went full tilt with arresting these men is because of the coronavirus. But y'all opening up barbershops and salons. So like I said, man, sometimes I just don't like I see the bullshit, right? You come in there with some sprinkles like, nah, it's not shit. You put a little season.
Not even a sprinkle at this point.
Season. That's what I'm saying. You put a little season on it, it tastes like chicken. Like, no, that's a turd, nigga. That's a turd. You put a little season, it tastes like, no, nigga, that's a piece of shit right
It's still shit.
Yes.
That's funny.
God, man, like, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
nah, man.
We I get tired of talking about this shit just because, like, I just get tired of talking about this because, like, we know what the solutions are. Like, I've watched podcasts and listened to people way smarter than the three of us put together, and like we know what the solutions are. Like, and it always starts with, first of all, getting the way the laws are written changed to where if it's like involving police brutality, like, or, you know, one of those stand your ground, like, you can't just get off by saying, oh, I feared for my life, so I had to use it.
Nah, like, you really have to prove
you gotta
that
get
shit.
you gotta get that shit changed. So you can't just get off by saying that little thing. Like, we know what the solutions are, and I always get tired of talking about it because I'm just like, it is just mentally draining. But, you know, thank God for the Sean Kings of the world who, like, they live and breathe this shit, like, day in and day out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Lee Merritt, Attorney Crump. I feel him, man. I'm like,
God bless them.
I used to tell y'all, I used to be like, yo, Sean King, the loneliest nigga in the world, yeah.
That nigga, he must sleep like 2 hours a night. The races just be keeping him up.
Right? Like,
I can imagine what's in the DMs that ain't on camera.
Right.
Like, and to the point, man, I think when we talk about those solutions, right? So another clip that I posted, like I said, if you guys should at least check some of it, it's not all about the same stuff. But hopefully you saw the thing I posted from Ebony Davis from State of the Culture. She was talking about what Diddy did, which was Diddy said, we holding the vote hostage. Right?
Yeah, that.
Okay, so let's talk about this now, because now we're talking about the people who brought these solutions to us, right?
Mm.
So Ebony was saying that Diddy is wrong in sending that message out because she's saying that we can't suppress our own vote. Meaning, she's saying that I get why he's saying it. We need something for our vote.
Yes.
But Ebony's saying that don't matter. It doesn't matter now.
Regardless of whether or not we vote, it will still affect us.
That's true. But to her point is this. It's not the vote that we need something for. We just need to buy the politician.
Exactly.
That's her argument. And to the point, like, for instance, look at the action pack that Sean King started. This is a pack that you put money into, and it funds more progressive DAs across the country, city councilmen, prosecutors. This is something that is essentially, she's saying that we can't reinvent the wheel. We need to play the game. This is
exactly.
This is Hove at the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, we're never going to, and this is the point I'm trying to make earlier. We'll never appeal to something that isn't in them.
Yeah.
At this point, the evidence is in. Whatever we're thinking we're appealing to, because I'll be honest, when I initially was posting, and like 4 to 5 years ago, when I started posting a lot of stuff like this, there was two things I wanted, right? I was trying to validate that the white people I knew in my life didn't think Trayvon deserved to die, right? I was all the way wrong. More than a few said, oh my God, I can't believe, obviously, and then Mike Brown happened. He's a behemoth. He's big as shit. People, I was like, yo, I thought, whoa.
I'm big as shit.
You know what I'm saying? And Darren Wilson was bigger than Mike.
Exactly.
So
they were about the same height.
Exactly. So, okay. So then I'm started and then a part of me had to identify that, I'm posting this shit. I'm putting feelers out for the white conscious. Right. And then at some point I stopped doing that. I said, okay, they don't give a fuck. What I then started saying was, I need to get my own people elevated consciously. Whatever influence I have on whatever small platform I have, my Facebook, whatever it is, if I post these things and stay consistent with, just making sure I'm staying attentive to them. And I post things on my timeline too, so I also remember. I'm seeing stuff in my memories right now. I'm like, oh yeah, they did kill that nigga. And I'm just like, and it's like, to me, it's like, but now I'm saying, so when I post stuff now, it's exclusively for black people. Like, I don't give a fuck what white person I work with sees it, white person I know. I don't care anymore. I genuinely don't care. And that's what Ebony's saying. Ebony's saying, look, you're saying we're going to hold this vote hostage when, like, the fear in us is stronger than any emotion we have towards white people. Fear is the strongest emotion we have towards white people, white America. That's the strongest one we have. It's stronger than hatred. It's stronger than apathy. It's stronger than indifference. It's stronger than love. Fear is the strongest feeling we have towards white America. And I know that to be the case because of the different ways in which these topics break up the conversation. So it's like you listen to a Candace Owens, right? And a part of me, I get what Candace is saying. Don't be beholden to one party.
Yeah. But
I also acknowledge the fear of white people in her heart makes her think that Trump is good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the part of where I couldn't click it. And then I was like, oh, okay, so she has this very broad, she did this podcast with Russell Brand. And she was talking about when she was a kid, there's a major story broke out in the area because these white kids called her a nigger and like made fun of her and shit, right? And it was this big news story in the town she was from when she was a little kid. And Russell Brand was like, whoa, this is, he said, let me talk about this for a second. And she was like, she was defending the white boys who made fun of her. She was saying, now, were they really, she's saying, were they racist or were they 14-year-old boys who wanted to say something to hurt a girl?
Both of them.
I agree. But she's saying now, but she was saying how that can't be the label for them their whole life.
No, well, it's not going to be their label for them their whole life.
But her point, go ahead. No. Go ahead. What'd you say today?
Well, no, because like I know that argument because it's like, well, just because you've done one thing wrong, it's that argument. You shouldn't have this stigma carry, around you because you've done one thing wrong your entire life. And back to the double standard where it's like, all right, that's fine, but there are plenty of black men in jail for nonviolent crimes for something they messed up once. And they're just there still years, and it's like,
and Russell brought that up and her argument was, and Democrats put them there.
This bitch.
I'm just saying, look,
I'm sick of this.
But to me, I'm like, but because if I can follow your logic to a certain point, and then at some point I say, Trump, what?
Yeah.
Then I have to then at that point I have to inject illogic. That's That's what happens with these situations. Like you were talking about earlier. Did they see him? Did they think da? We're trying to diffuse it, and we can't diffuse it because it's an illogical thing. Your only component with your brain is logic. You try to make logic. Like if your girl come in mad right now for no reason, and you don't know why,
what
you try to deduce logically what could be wrong with her. There's no other recourse for our brain to do.
What did I do yesterday? And then what did her mother do? Like that's it. That's it.
Yeah. Exactly. Now let's say, for instance, you did something that you didn't know she didn't like until you did it.
You know, I got to eat that.
Okay, right? All right. So this is, to me, the microaggressions that white people will do. Right? It's the, assuming that we all don't have fathers and, just little sly comments off the cuff, right? Just little things.
Assuming we all don't have fathers.
No, I'm just saying, but it's like, Beto had a line like that. He said, you ain't really black. You're not really black because you have a dad.
Yeah.
But do you think those kids said that to him to be like hurtful? Or do you think they were just saying, no, the black people ain't? Or do you think they were just on their hubris, on their high horse? I'm white, so I know everything about the world. Black people don't have fathers, so you can't be black.
No, all right. So
I just seen this kid said that he used to pronounce his, because he's from Pakistan. He said Pakistan.
Yeah.
I just seen this on Embrace Black Culture, a meme set. He said the white kids in his class would correct him on how to pronounce where he's from. Yeah. But that's what we're dealing with, right? We're dealing with, I'm right. And our barrier to that is, oh my God, did you see what happened with Trayvon and Mike? We're not fighting a perception of a video, because the video is clear. We're fighting a perception of whiteness that is white is right. Like, I don't know what y'all think about that, because I'm like,
no, I think you nailed it when you said, like, we're trying to apply logic against their fear, which is completely irrational. Like their fear of niggas or whatever it is, and it just doesn't add up because shit just doesn't add up. Like it just doesn't. Like I had a coworker Asian kid who I thought was like coolest motherfucker in the world. We was talking about that Philando shooting, and in my head, I'm like, no matter what justification you try to come up with, why that officer shot Philando, to me, I'm just like, I don't really care what your justification is. Like, that man dead. Mm-hmm. We saw him get blasted away on camera. And then this Asian kid, for some reason, he's doing what we be trying to do. Like, why did he shoot him? Why X, Y, Z? And then this kid is like trying to come up with excuses for the officer. Like, I could completely understand how he could, fear for his life when Philando was reaching for his license, which the officer told him to do, while also being a good citizen by telling him, I have a weapon in the car. I'm like, no. Like, that does not add up to me. And I think we should just stop trying to, we're basically coming up with excuses for these motherfuckers. Like, why did he blast this kid away? Why did he do X, Y, Z? I'm like, we should just stop coming up with excuses.
Do you feel like those excuses are coming from what I was talking about, that fear? Because to me, this is because
it's not that.
Okay, what do you think it is though? Because this dude's
generational laziness.
Generational laziness, but
it's generational laziness.
This is where I get into the spaces where I look at the kids who got the those safe spaces where no words can trigger people. Those rich white liberal kids who came up with this shit on campuses and stuff and started like pushing it. To me, this is what's happening. To me, it's like they would prefer censorship of any idea because in their brain, they're thinking that's the thing that's the problem. The language and the way people are talking, right?
No, it's like...
It's not. It's, for instance, like when you're talking to this Asian dude at work and he's trying to massage the story to get the kinks out, right? And what I'm seeing is someone who can't give you your perspective, meaning they can't indulge in your perspective, because to fully admit it's there, I think is a terrifying thing for people.
It is.
That niggas can just get blasted away for no fucking reason.
And there not be justice.
And there not be no justice.
Yeah. Because like I said, I'm the death part, I hate it. I don't know if we'll ever solve it with this many guns in the country, but I'm just always on the reaction to the tragedy.
3 months is what I didn't know, and that is appalling.
That's wild.
That's appalling.
Actually, it's not wild, because once you broke down, like, you know, this DA's cousins with this dude, and the other dude is this dude's homeboy, I'm like, it makes
but like at the end of the day, it's like, all right, well, what's morally right? You killed a person.
See, that's where we get into the sauce, though, bro.
Yeah.
You're using that logic again, bro.
Because like honestly, like if one of y'all came and like, hey yo, like I fucked up. I'm like, all right, cool. Like you're gonna be separated. Like you're gonna have your little box, but we're gonna figure out what's going on though. Like I can't just. There are always multiple sides of a story. Yes, there's their side that they told. There's unfortunately he can't tell his side. Amir was his name. Ahmad. You know, and then there's the truth of it all. But like, how 3 months and nothing done? Like these are people in your community, and it's supposed to be brothers, sisters, or whatever. You know, some Midwestern town shit, and like 3 months, nobody's done. It's like, well,
it's Brunswick, Georgia.
Yeah.
So that's my point, though. Okay, you said a multiple sides to a story, right? There's the victim, the perpetrator, and the witness. Right? Every tragedy has these three components: the perpetrator, the victim, and the witness. When the video drops, we all become a witness. So now the onus is, whose side are you on when the video drops? If you're going over backwards to defend the illogical notions or actions of someone who is the perpetrator, I don't know, man. How is that not from just a fear? Like, you must be afraid of white America on such a large scale, because I think that's what the thing with the voting is right now, right? This is black people right now. We're like, yo, I gotta vote for Joe so he can beat Trump, right? When the only reason you're voting for this man is the one thing he can't guarantee you he'll do. Like, if he wins, he can guarantee you that I'll do this legislation, I'll push this forward, I'll ask for this, I'll do these things. The one thing he can't guarantee us is the one reason we're supposed to vote for him, that he'll win.
Man, it's like
you are telling me white people got you shook.
Putting all of our chips in one basket.
All of them. But that's what fear do. Fear makes you make illogical decisions. There's no logic in that argument.
No.
The one thing he's given us is the one thing he can't guarantee. It's not up to him. It's literally not up to him. He can choose to do healthcare for all. That's up to him if he wins. We get it. Everything is predicated on him winning. But the win itself is the one thing you as a person cannot say, I'll do.
Nope.
You can't say that. So that's what I'm saying. So when I look at it, I'm like, yo, I be thinking some people just gonna be saying shit. Some people be having these different thoughts. I'm like, why did Kanye put the MAGA hat on? Like, I'm serious. I remember. Do you remember him ranting when he was doing a floating stage?
Which one? There was like 5.
There was like one, the Life of Pablo, like
the one where he said, "Hove, don't send your shooters after me."
Oh yeah.
In that same rant, this is what Kanye said, and it's such a salient point. I think about it. I know, right? But I think about it all the time. This is what Kanye said. Kanye said, "We live in a racist country. If racist white people were a reason for me not to do something, I would have left." That is him on a real level, accepting what the fuck it all is, and saying, I want the loudmouth one who at least I'll see coming. Like,
yeah.
And to me,
it's the breakdown of it is
that still don't explain the ass kissing in the White House.
Yeah, like it's admirable. Like the mental gymnastics
I get it.
Okay,
is admirable. But
I agree.
It's
but
like
what I'm talking about is now we have to inject the fear, right? Something happened with Ye. I saw a clip of Ye the other day. This shit was hilarious. So Ye is talking about, we don't know that we can buy land. Right?
Oh yeah, I said that.
This is what Kanye said, right? He said it, but now he's talking to this white dude. He's like on some podium or something. He's like, we don't know that we could buy land. They don't want us to know that we can buy land, right?
What?
And he said it. This is what he said to the white people. He said, I'm saying all this out loud publicly so they don't kill me.
Mm-hmm.
And then he laughed.
Right.
But it was the Ye, I'm being real laugh. You know when Ye say some shit? So to me,
really though.
To me, this is what I saw a strategy from Kanye. The strategy was this. Y'all niggas is useless. You ain't helping me do nothing. I need to own shit, get my shit together. There's no value in being your symbolic leader.
Right.
He gave up on niggas.
I get that. No, I get that.
This is like the Mustafa who pulled us over to the house to watch Hidden Colors. And then 2 years later, he's like, well, we don't know what Philando did.
No, I completely get that. It's like, yo, I tried.
Walt's face at me. Go ahead, Luke. What you about to say?
No, I completely get that. That's kind of like, I don't want to liken it to Harriet Tubman, but I think it's close in the sense of like, I tried to help y'all niggas. Y'all wasn't really getting it, so I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna just show y'all, and then I'm gonna come back for you. You know what I'm saying? Once I get that land, you know what I'm saying? I completely understand that.
Yeah. I just really I understand, like there's a difference between moving through the world with your ethics intact, right? But even if you do that, you still get Hove at the table with Roger Goodell. There's no wiggle. We have to negotiate with the devil. That's where we are. That's really where we are. We're all tweeting right now about Ahmuad, pleading for a sense of morality that we know doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Otherwise, 3 months wouldn't be the case.
And,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's just the crux of it, is like of all the mishaps for this entire thing, it's taken 3 months for 3 months in public outrage, really, for things to really like start moving. Yeah,
and we don't even know if it's gonna do anything.
Yeah.
So, and to me, and now you're in the point where I'm like, the mom has been crying out for 3 months. She's like, I wanted to hold a protest, but coronavirus.
Just, like, bring back the Black Panthers. Is it time?
Oh yeah, all day, and that's all time. It's time for all that shit, bro.
All right, but
at this point, what do we have to lose? Literally.
Yeah.
They found out this coronavirus was killing black people. They said, let's open it up. 58%. We only 13% of the population, nigga. It is 58% of the deaths is us.
Oh no, these whites are gonna skyrocket like meth, and it's gonna be a national emergency all over again.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Keep my ass inside. Look, it's just like the early tweets in April. Early memes. People are like, "Yo, when they open outside, I'm gonna just let y'all test. The first batch. Nah, I'll get batch 3 or 4. Like
first batch of fresh."
Yeah. I have to say, like, it's not like, unless a scientist says we have a verified way of eradicating this disease, or at least like handling it well, because we're still fumbling.
Yeah.
And this is on a global level, so it's not like because you're richer you have better medicine. No, you just can pay for more. That's it.
The CDC released a report. They expect 3,000 deaths a day in June.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I have some
That's
family
a safe
in
estimation.
Georgia. I have some family in Florida, and I pray that God watches over them, because I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be extra mad, and I hope nothing happens to y'all families if they down in the South, because the motherfuckers is stupid, motherfuckers is bored, and it's frustrating because if you can, you're like, why can't you see what I see? That's it.
But I think my 20s, that question has been on my head every day.
Yeah.
And at some point, it's like there used to be some white people I knew who would say, if I can't get Bernie, I'll vote for Trump. Right? This is the 2016 election. And it didn't compute to me. And then I realized I just don't have the level of privilege to understand that statement. My privilege ain't set up like that.
Yeah.
That's just a nihilistic way of thinking. Like, if I can't get what I want, then like I'm gonna just blow this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't get to play, I'm taking my ball home.
No. That's it. That's it exactly.
No, I used to tell him. So one of these was Ali's people.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said to his face, I said, bro, I can tell if you're voting for Trump just because you want to be an agent of chaos, you want to see crazy shit, it's your vote. Do you, player? But don't try to sell me. So I shake my head and be like,
and it's always the motherfuckers that are like, yo, I want to see anarchy. It was like, no, you don't, because you're gonna get your ass whooped, you're gonna get robbed, and you're gonna be cold. It's not gonna be fun.
But he laughed at me and kind of had this like wry smile about it. I'm like, bro, you can't put that, like, I've talked to you. You can't tell me that Trump and Bernie are the same to you. If you're telling me that, like I said, that the level of privilege behind that statement, I just don't have it. And I get it. I have a level of privilege compared to some of these people with my skin tone in rural America.
Yeah.
Like, I have a privilege, but I don't think it's safe enough for me to go jogging at 10 p.m. in my neighborhood.
I almost went jogging today. Literally,
I did go jogging today, actually.
I was like, I'm gonna just go lift some weights.
Yeah.
My neighborhood is so white, I'm afraid to jog, bro.
But that's why I felt okay. I haven't seen a white person in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just genuinely like, that's what it is. I'm genuinely like, I was about to go walk in my neighborhood. I took my car, drove up to a plaza near my neighborhood, parked it there, and then decided to walk from there.
Damn.
To like Minnieville and shit, right?
Yeah.
I just don't want to be in the neighborhood. I don't want to be out, bro. Like, I really don't. And the one safety net I used to have was I'll take my dog with me.
Hey,
I got a dog. I got a dog. White people love dogs. Like, but that's how threatened I feel existing in my neighborhood. I remember I had an anxiety attack last year, right? And I was up at like 1:30 in the morning. I'm outside next to my whip. I just had to be outside. I had to be out, like, I don't know how anxiety attacks, but I just going crazy, right? And I'm just outside on my car. I hadn't slept in like 4 days. I'm just leaning against my whip, nodding. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. And my literal thought is, I feel calm right now, but I should probably go inside because I might get shot. I genuinely felt that. And it's like, and people could say, oh man, you're being da 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 da. But I'm like, no, you can't guarantee me safety though. Your apathy towards our pain doesn't guarantee I won't die because some cracker decided to kill him, bro. Like I said, man, we are like, I don't know how we've made it, bro.
we the chosen ones. We the chosen children. All right.
We live in Northern Virginia. That's how we made it.
Yeah, that is another thing too. Yeah,
I get that.
That's it.
But we got like, I don't know, man. It's like I said, man, it's an exhausting conversation. I get that, yo.
Look, all right. We live in the same area that Sandra Bullock came from. And Sandra Bullock decided to adopt the darkest of chocolate babies from Africa. And that girl is precious. So Northern Virginia collectively has said that, like, no, we can't shoot.
But she also hid from the world that she had black kids for like 10
years. Hey, yo, relax.
Because it would hurt her brand.
Hey, Miss Congeniality.
Did she say that?
I don't think
she literally hid the fact that she had black kids.
Yeah, because I remember that when she thought she would be judged.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm like, that's our ally, bro. And I understand we don't have perfect allies.
Oh my guy, it's like saying, all right, you about to get into a fight. Who's your ally? Donald Duck,
bro. He might be able to quack. He might quack on a motherfucker. Might help you out a little bit. Like Killer Mike posted, he's like, "This is my type of ally." He posted a photo of John Brown. Y'all know who John Brown is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, "This is the type of ally I like." I was like, "Damn, Mike." He said, "Willing to kill a cracker for my black ass." I was like, John Brown stood up in the back of the church one day. I, John Brown, solemnly swear to get rid of, basically to abolish slavery, and proceeded to go on a killing spree.
I mean, honestly, you know what's the one thing I thought about, and I'm like, why hasn't anybody? If I was in Georgia, I'd probably do this. But a time to kill.
No, 100%.
Like if any situation deserved it.
Yeah. Dude, that movie's so real to me because at the end, right, Matthew McConaughey's monologue, I was like, yo, this is gonna be this movie's powerful. I got this monologue gonna be powerful. It was the monologue when he said the simplest line, bro.
Yeah, it didn't hit, right?
No, but I get it. Like, that's how much. That's what Sam is talking to him. He's like, you think you cool just because you come down to our side of town and eat the barbecue? But your children come down there and eat on our food, and then you go back to your safe neighborhood. He said, you think I hired you I wanted you as my lawyer because of that? He said, no, you one of them. I hired you because you one of them. You think like they do. That's why I need you right now. And when he gives that monologue and brutally describes what happened to that girl, and they sitting there picturing the whole time this black girl in their head, he says at the end, now picture, he starts choking. Picture, she's white. And I was like, I said, you didn't already do that. You on the jury, nigga. The purpose of a jury is to get human beings in there, bro. Otherwise, we have robots do the shit. So to me, when he had to bring that home that way, and Kevin Spacey's character, who was the prosecutor,
Kevin Spacey was
like,
he was tight. He said, "How am I going to flip this now?
How am I going to fight this one?" And to me, man, I'm like, yo, but that said so much to me. And so, like I said, I didn't mind being the one that hold your hand. Yeah. You know?
Nah, but you know what? That makes so much sense. For three little words, or it's really a name, all right? John Benet Ramsey.
Who?
That little girl?
Oh, the little white girl. Got you. Yeah.
How long do they look for her though?
Forever. I think a documentary came out last year.
They're still looking.
They're still looking, right? They're still looking.
But that's it. Like this pretty doll-like little girl, all right, is lost.
Didn't her parents kill her?
Nobody. It's been inconclusive. Because they thought it was the parents, they thought it was the older brother, they thought it was a bunch of
and y'all know, and Casey Anthony's at home right now.
Hey, yo, it's sick that she don't got that extra $500 for her stimulus check.
We were in Ireland.
Somebody get this man a medal, dog.
You think she thought about the stimulus check? She's like, damn, I could have got 5.
because it's, 12 to 17. That's a difference.
She thought about this shit.
That's a difference, yo.
She thought about this shit. But nah, bro, I was thinking about this. So I was like, I was in Ireland when that shit broke, right? And we were with we were on this trip with like a bunch of white people and stuff. Bro, these white moms were livid.
Oh, what?
That she got out, that she walked.
Oh.
They were livid. They were like, I don't understand. I'm sitting there playing pool in this like bar. Like, I'm just like, and I'm listening to the talk about it. I'm like, attractive white woman in America. Of course she can get away with murder. Even if it's like, man. I wasn't confused at all. So that's what I'm saying. It like, that comes in handy for us at times like that.
You seen that, bitch?
Yeah, but when
just
they
don't
can't
have her babysit nobody.
when they can't, bro, facts, Jack. I made the beat that murdered it. Casey Anthony.
Oh,
That nigga Vito. That nigga Vito.
With the bars.
I made the beat that murdered it.
That,
When I heard that shit, I was disgusted. So I said, "How could you, Vito? How could you?" I was so.
That
what
one
was that,
strong
Bonfire?
T.
That was
That's
Bonfire, right?
That's
Oh my,
Bonfire,
so
bro.
many bars in that song.
Oh man, Bonfire is the shit, dog. Ah,
Tony,
man,
man,
I
look,
miss being on bars like that, bro.
we need to do because of the internet. Tell you, man, we just
Bro,
need to film it. We just need to film it.
I'm with you, man. It's like, man, son, like I was saying, bro, like we were over there, they didn't understand how it could happen. They didn't, I was just like, really?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. That's how I felt when I was like, when I kept saying Trump won because of racism and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and then all these think pieces was coming out or why it wasn't racism. And that's why I used to always tell people. I used to say, okay, the history of racism in this country is so stark and dark and real that if a white person kills a black person, if I'm a detective, I'm gonna start with racism. All of the evidence suggests that it's highly probable you killed him because he's black. We have all this, like, there's more evidence to suggest that in our history than he reached for your gun.
Right. Exactly.
Or he attacked you out of nowhere.
Right. So
when you work from, I got to eliminate everything else, and then we'll talk about racism, I'm confused. Because racism has killed more of us than anything in this country. That's a fact. That's a fact. So
they just be concealing it.
Yeah, but to me, I'm like, if I see a Philando video, that's where I start. I start with, oh, racism is probably why this brother just died from the hands of this white man. Racism is probably why. You know, and they do it for other things. They walk up in the hood. Why did this person die? Why did this brother die? Probably gangs. And I get it, because statistically, that's probably what it was. He has on red. He's in the area with blue. I get you're logically drawing the conclusion, but how come when it's racism, the logic doesn't? You know what I'm saying? You just can't put it in there and say, "Oh, this white man killed this young black kid."
Because the square peg doesn't go in the square piece.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, son. I'm Googling Casey Anthony right now.
Yeah.
A word like that?
She's man. Like that Playboy Cardi song, man.
Hey. You think Casey Anthony got an OnlyFans?
Boy, I'm signing up today.
Damn, now you talking about something now. That's an interesting factoid for the internet. Does Casey Anthony have an OnlyFans?
Can I find a deep fakes Casey Anthony?
Yo, that's there you go. This man,
Where's it at?
He knows.
Yeah, man.
Where you at, though?
Tell you, man, this quarantine's been fun. It's been real fun.
It's been interesting,
man.
It has been, man. Like I said, I don't know, man. I feel like we've had like the eyes have been opened, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about this earlier because I saw this video going around where this nurse was saying that they're killing the black people who are COVID patients. She wouldn't say what hospital she's from, but she was just saying that she feels they're intentionally killing them. And so once again, like, we can automatically run towards that's she's talking crazy, but if we insert that good old R word,
These doctors racist?
Really? We might be able to say they
just a case. Yeah,
exactly. So I thought about this earlier, man, and I was like, there are three things that I feel this Rona has benefited the powers that be. One is killing niggas. Two, it killed the gig economy.
Oh, like JT dying during Degrassi killed just out of nowhere, right to the spleen, which
was the main foothold for millennials to not have to deal with the system, meaning 9 to 5 cubicle can't pursue what I want to do, right?
It's like boomers heard millennials are like, since y'all motherfuckers want to be home so much, fine.
Yeah. And the third thing, sped up automation.
Yeah.
To a degree, I don't think we'll even realize how quick this shit's about to hit us. Niggas really, really wish they listened to Andrew Yang. Like, Gambino and Chappelle was doing concerts for this nigga. Two of the smartest brothers I fuck with.
Right.
And that's true. I was already on the train before. And then when they came on, I was like, okay, I know I'm going right now. So I'm just like, to me, it's just like one of these things where I'm like, the gig economy, the argument for that was, I really think that was like, because to me, that's always been my argument for why I could just leave my job.
Mm-hmm.
I got friends who freelance. I could do some editing work. I could Uber. I could do da-da-da-da-da. I get a little weekend job at this restaurant, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I could sustain myself, but then my only reason why I couldn't leave my institution is because of the health insurance. So these are all the reasons I think that these things won't ever become free. Like, college debt makes it so you always have to have a job, right? Because you can't even get rid of it with bankruptcy. And then if there's healthcare available to all of us whenever we want it, whenever we need it, a lot of people will really start thinking about, do I really want to go to this job? I know I would quit my shit right away.
Yeah, because that's how most people get health insurance.
Exactly.
Sure.
So I think that when I look at, like, what is this Rona doing? I wonder how many people in our age group are going to be like, yo, I need an office job. Shit fell out from underneath me. Like, I was honestly working here.
Yeah. Like, that's how my situation's like developed over these past couple months, like acting and whatnot. And like, that was kaput. So I'm like, all right, that makes sense. There's a bunch of human interaction. But working for my dad's company, it's a small business. So I'm like, all right, do I file for unemployment? Do I not? And one of the stipulations for a small business in order to receive the loan to begin with was making sure that none of their employees filed for unemployment. All right.
Okay.
So money's dried up for the small business loans. All right. Money's dried up for unemployment, and now I'm out back. So, and like right now, it's like, yeah, like I'm scrambling, but like, but it's like, yeah, like, I'm gonna have to get a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Hey man, there's really no shame in that, bro.
Oh no, like there's
there's immense shame in this shit, Walt. Don't delude yourself.
What it is, it's
I don't think so.
I don't want to label it as shame. What it is, it's because
for me, I'm shamed.
It's not because it's not shame on something that I did.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So and that's why I don't want to attribute like shame is like
you'll never feel good about yourself.
Oh no.
Yeah. Now people used to say like prostitution and drug dealing is like dirty money. Yeah. It's like, no, it's not. That's the cleanest money in the game. That's two people wanting something from each other, and it's over.
Find a man. That's literally just find a man.
I feel dirty as shit.
Sometimes it's a third person who wears a hat and is very handsy.
Look, this nigga. All I know is I think the dirty work is what I do. I go somewhere every day I don't want to be, and when I come home, I want to take a shower.
Yeah.
I be feeling disgusted. Like,
I know,
that's just me though.
I really don't see no shame in it because like it's not like this is like I go to a 9 to 5. Luckily I'm still working. But
I don't have any societal shame about it. I just think personal ambition shame.
It's for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean that's you. It is what it is for you. But yeah, I mean, do what you got to do, bro. That's really my only philosophy. Do what you got to do to maintain yourself and the fam.
I agree, man.
Where you got to get to, you know what I'm saying?
Do what you got to do, bro. I 100% with you. I was jealous the way he was living, Walt. I'm serious. Going, doing your plays, doing your acting, getting a little bit of money for it, being able to work with your pop. To me, that's like a flow in a lane. You know what I'm saying?
And I realized that, and I was trying not like I was grateful. It wasn't like I wasn't trying to take advantage of anything, because I realized the position that I'm in. Like any other artist would love to be in the position that I'm in, but it's like once something like this happens, like my entire my entire ability for economic growth that's kaput overnight.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you gotta restructure. You gotta yeah.
So back to that, the conspiracy theory of it though. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like this is if it was, because I'm like, why would they do all this? I'm like, because they've gained an absurd amount of control over us right now. And not even to just be controlled, but for instance, I thought for one second, I was like, yo, what if they did all this because they knew global warming was getting horrible? And they just, because look at all the shit that's like, the sky is clear, birds is back out now.
Oh, facts, yeah.
We got a murder hornet over here from Japan.
Hey, all right, so the murder hornets, I'm like, those are just giant Asian wasps. Like, I don't know why we sensationalizing shit now.
Because if enough of them sting your ass, you'll die. That's why they're sensationalizing it.
But also, like, if you see a bee, if I see anything that large flying towards me, oh no.
Okay, so I'm with you, right? We haven't heard of someone dying from them.
No, we have not.
So why are you continuing to raise anti-Asian sentiment?
Wait, say that again? I was
I said, if no one's died from the hornets during this time, why do you continue to raise anti-Asian sentiment?
And that's what I want. And that's why they changed the name to murder hornets.
What was they calling them before?
Giant Asian hornets. Like, that's their name.
There's a name for them, though. There's a name for them. I can't remember the name. I think they're jack hornets or something. There's a name for them. But I was thinking about this because I saw this post in that same one I was talking about where a kid was like, this is not how you pronounce Pakistan. This is how you do it. There's another kid who said, he told his class, I'm from Japan, right? And this one white kid raised his hand and said, you can't say that. You have to say you're from Asia. And the class agreed with them. So I know that the majority of Americans don't distinguish between Asian people. So you telling me the hornets came from Japan? I'm thinking China. Like, I know most Americans think like this, bro. You don't give a fuck about those distinguishing qualities. So,
like, but,
and then you keep seeing these reports about where did it really come from in Wuhan? Where did the virus really come from in Wuhan?
Look, if it was supposed to be zombies, it would have been zombies like 4 months ago.
I mean, look, I don't know, because then a part of me is like, okay, what if it was some shit they cooked up to kill niggas? China trying to take over Africa right now.
Hey, look, all right, and at this point, I was born a nigga, and I'm a dying nigga. So
look, I'm with it, but I'm just like, I'm at this point, I'm willing to let my brain roam free. I've been in the house for 2 months. I'm willing to have thoughts. So at this point, I said, if you wanted to make some shit to kill black people, you're trying to take over Africa right now. Literally, you putting your language and your buildings over that joint. You racist as fuck towards the black people in your country. The Africans in your country who probably came over because someone from your country said, yo, go over there, check it out, come back. It's because that's literally a move. That's like I forget what it's called.
Or like a swinging doorway?
No, that's a migrational pattern right now. China to Africa, Africa to China. That's happening right now.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing. Families, people marry, interracial marriages, all this shit's happening
for
right now.
years now.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then you telling me, okay, and then the Chinese are like, yeah, we know black people are spreading. I was like, do you know black people are spreading, or do you know you made it so black people catch it? That's what I'm thinking. You like, yo, get them out these hotels.
Asking the damn questions, Joel.
I'm just
asking the damn questions.
I'm really just saying, bro. So I'm just thinking about it, dog. Because I'm like, because if you're giving me all the speculative arguments, because these are on CNN right now. Where did the virus really come from? There's some report saying it was in a lab in Wuhan, and then it was a bat that was infected with some virus, and then someone sold the bat, and then they ate the bat. I'm like, so this is mainstream American media conspiratorial thoughts right now. This is come out Anderson Cooper's mouth.
Yes.
This is all I'm saying. Right? See, CNN, Caucasian News Network, is talking about this right now, bro. That's all I gotta say. This ain't no Hotep niggas on Instagram. This is Caucasian News Network with the conspiracy theories. I saw this clip. There's this white woman, yeah, and she was in her car. It was during a protest. I think it was in Pittsburgh, and she was talking about how she just learned about the Freemasons and the Illuminati, and she hasn't been able to sleep at night. And I was like, yo, white women
out coming here for her?
But she said, I just learned about it and I couldn't. But CNN got the mic there. This is CNN. And I just learned about it. I can't sleep. We have to do something. So I'm like, okay, look, this is what fucked me up. This is how fucked up like they got us thinking sometimes like it's just American citizens. She believes that now, right? She can't sleep at night, right? And her solution to it is to get back to work. And she gonna protest for it. Make it make sense, y'all. If you telling me if the billionaires cook this up to control and kill us, why is your solution clocking in? I'm confused. Like,
is that a simp mentality to the economy?
Fuck yeah! What are you talking about? We all simps out here. That's what I'm saying. That's my shame. I'm a simp for my money, bro. I'm a simp for the job.
No. I want to say you are dependent on the money. You are dependent, but I don't think you're a simp. Like, you're not gonna make every excuse.
This is the thing, though.
Let's keep it 100, though.
I'm not gonna protest to show up. I was on a Zoom call with my coworkers yesterday. I'm like, what y'all putting in y'all timesheets and stuff? They like, I'm putting 5 hours. They ain't doing none of this shit. They just putting the hours down, right?
Yeah.
My boss sent us an email like a month ago. Put accurate time down on your timesheet. You'll still get paid for your full check because the way shit's set up. I've been putting 15 minutes a day, bro.
On your timesheet?
15 minutes a day. I've been putting 15 minutes a day. I literally check my email for 15 minutes. And
honestly, like unless like there is more for you to do in the emails, is like, what are you doing? You shouldn't be clocking.
I don't have any. All my job is predicated on physical in the building work.
Yeah,
I work in a meetings department for the AV. The meetings is the one thing you can't do right now. I heard one of my coworkers said she was told by her department head they can't force them to come back into the office until January.
Hell, speaking of that, yeah, they is talking about like we having in a big ass group meetings at my job like the other day, talking about like what it would look like for us to slowly start having people come back into the building. And I was like, nigga, what building? I ain't coming back in that joint, like for a multitude of reasons.
Yeah, they called my stepdad. My stepdad told me earlier, it was like they want him. They said they want him to come back to work tomorrow. And then he talked to the rednecks at work. They was like, "Don't even sweat about it, Tim. They got the building shut down." And Tim said, "I was sweating about it. I wasn't sure."
Hey yo, like you know, so one thing I love about niggas though is like when we hear something so outlandish, like we don't even worry about it,
bro.
Hey yo, so we're gonna need you to come in tomorrow.
No.
All right, nigga, you trip.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Don't worry. Cool,
exactly,
cool,
bro.
See you tomorrow.
Exactly, dog. So he told me, I said, he told him, y'all know Tim.
They want me to go back into work. I go back into motherfucking work.
Yeah, man. So like I said, I work in a meetings department. Even if I go back into the building, we still not having meetings in these rooms. My job is to configure the desk in different settings for different meeting types, and
I'm surprised there hasn't been
like I said, if I get fired one day, I ain't
company that has like what do you call this? Not for bugs, fumigating, but like sterilize. Yeah. But like in that capacity, like you just put like a tarp over the.
I just saw the joint today. For the first time in 115 years, they shut the subway down in New York.
Yeah,
to do a deep cleaning.
Oh, damn.
115 years.
They shut it down for a deep cleaning, and they're cleaning it every night now. But they shut it down for a deep cleaning for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And my thought process is, y'all niggas is nasty.
Nah. You know when like shorty like can scratch the middle of your back, you can't reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Deep clean. Getting that. So I just picture some nigga from the 70s running from a white mob, got on the subway, took his gum out, stuck it under the seat, and they just now getting to that shit.
Yeah, man. Nah, that's real. Niggas is trying to.
That's crazy.
Niggas that was that ran off on the plug in the 80s.
Facts, man. Yo, so
all that shit is there.
You're right, man. Like I said, man, it's a crazy, like, I don't know, man, because I'm expecting, let's say it goes another month, right? Because I work with medical professionals, like they're cancer doctors, so they're not about to meet up because they got immune compromised patients. It's just highly unethical and wrong for them to do that, no matter how much they love money.
Absolutely.
So I'm thinking to myself, I might not be at this joint, but I don't think these white people gonna pay me all year for nothing.
Yeah.
So at some point I'm gonna get that uncomfortable email. Joel,
time has come.
We're thinking of moving you to a different department. If that would be okay with you, I'll be like, nope. Give me my severance. I'm gonna need that health insurance for 4 months, and I'm gonna get out the other end of this Rona and be doing what I want to do.
Damn. Well, I mean,
yeah, for real. I'm like, yo. First of all, y'all really tripping talking about coming back into the office. I've been working from home for like 2 months now. I'm like, what in the fuck? I'm sitting at a computer most of the time. Why would I need to go 45 minutes from my house to go sit at that computer when that computer that was in that office is downstairs in my fucking living room? I'm like, I'm not doing it. And plus, I have two, like my mom and my sister have autoimmune conditions, whatever you want to call it. So I'm like, that's my excuse. Right? Other than the fact that I'm like, I just don't want to come back in. I got two other excuses. So I'm just not doing it. I'm not coming back into the office.
Crohn's in my mom and time.
half our jobs could have been done at home from the beginning.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah. And honestly, I kind of hope they like companies are like, honestly, if you want to work from home. Just make sure like you clock in. We're gonna make sure that we clocking you. But if you want to work from home, as long as you're getting your shit done,
yeah,
I
completely agree, man. And it's like I said, man, yeah, like it's gonna be interesting. I don't know how this shit gonna shake out, but I know it's gonna be as usual. It's gonna be a lot of niggas dead at the end of it.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yep.
Already.
I just hope me, yours, and ours ain't none of them.
Yeah.
Man, for real, yo. Let me find out, man. I go to the hospital. They like, we got quarantine. You got the Rona.
That's great. My sister actually literally just got out the hospital like last week. They tested her for the Rona and everything. Came back negative. You know, it was just
my sister had to get tested when she had the baby.
Yeah. How's she doing?
She had a fever during the pregnancy.
Oh.
And so they hit her with the swab. They tested her.
Yeah.
She couldn't even see the baby right after it was born. She had to wait till the results came back. So towards like they had to wait about like 12, I don't know, maybe like a day, and then they were able to go down. They had to wait like a day, and then they were able to go down to the wing of the hospital and see the baby. But when the baby, and I was confused because they pumped some breast milk and took it to the baby. But I was like, if she got Rona, but it's like it don't move in breast milk, and I was like, when did we find that out? But anyway, so
breast milk is weird, man. Like,
I know. Like, the human body, like, there's babies who are born with parents who have AIDS and they don't have it.
Yeah,
like the ability for the woman to protect the baby in the womb is powerful. But I mean, she's beautiful. Karis Kamora Woods.
Okay.
All
right, Karis. All right.
Yeah,
I'll go.
Joe.
Yeah, man. You know, that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah. Because, you know, she's the first one of us to have a kid.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm looking forward to meeting her at this point. She wants us to stay away from, like, public places for 5 to 10 days before we go down there. But
I mean, that's just real, though, you know?
I agree, but I'm also just like, her husband was going to work, and they went to the hospital, and she done already had the in-laws come over, and they definitely didn't quarantine themselves.
Well,
but they went by to stay away from that baby.
Yeah. Look, newborn babies are always weird too, because I always feel like I'm gonna drop them. Like I've never dropped a baby, but
disclaimer.
No, that's literally. I don't want to see the baby right now.
Yeah, like
because that's my thought. First of all, I'm gonna sit down and hold her. I ain't gonna stand up.
Yeah. Because
that's my thought, and then my thought is I want to see the baby when the baby's doing baby stuff.
Right, you know, like crawling around trying to balance its own neck and head.
Exactly, got a little bit of energy in it. You know, the babies when they want to move something, they start doing this with their arms and shit. Yeah. I want to see the baby there. I don't want. This is too new. Now.
You got to let it bake for another 4 months.
Yeah, I want that bake. Just let it air out. You know, I want the. She had jaundice. She had jaundice.
Goodness, seriously.
Yeah, so they had to put her in a UV light. She's getting better though, thank God. Okay. She's getting better now and stuff. But I'm just talking about my own personal fear of like, I just don't want to touch, like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't want to drop or like hurt or anything.
Well,
and it's also a weird world for her because everyone's gonna have masks on when they hold her. So it's like.
Yeah. A good story about that though.
Dang, she a Rona baby. I just realized.
My uncle, right? On my mom's side, his first kid, he dropped him. And it was because he was playing Sega. So my aunt gave the Sega to me. Second baby comes around, he drops that one too. I don't know why, but
you sure this nigga wanted kids?
Right. Right. I gotta start.
Are they good though? Are they good?
Yeah,
they're fine. They're fine. It's like like when you're sitting like on the couch and then like the baby falls on the floor.
Okay, see that's to me. I'm thinking like, holding it and someone say something to me, I forget there's a baby there.
Nah, because you know how babies be like doing the thing and then they just like kind of like they'll throw their head back and their whole body
goes.
Exactly.
And so like that's what happened. But like he's sitting on the bed and then they're on the floor. So
like I said, I'm only gonna hold her. I'm gonna sit down, be like, put her in my arms. Are you real cute? Please.
I'll be throwing babies. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, throwing babies is fun.
Yeah, because that's how my dad used to put it. You be like,
I throw toddlers.
True.
Yeah. Fair.
Like 1 to 2. Yeah, I'll do that because I can grip under the arm, and I know I'm not hurting them by catching them under the arms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Baby, them arms is flexible. That should have been like this, and I ain't doing that with a baby.
Them bones soft.
True.
Yeah. Nice. If the baby can't walk up to me and do this, I ain't doing that. Like, you know, if they can't walk up to me or stumble towards me and do this, like lift up, like ask me to pick it up, I ain't doing that shit.
Hey, yo, watch that be in the baby's video one day.
Yeah,
he's a baby and just pick me up, bitch.
Facts, shoot, man. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about this Jordan doc, right?
Yes, I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, I just saw it yesterday, episode 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Which one you on, Walt?
I think I'm on episode 6. Is 6 the latest one?
Yeah.
Is it the last one?
No, there's 4 more. It's 10.
Yeah, because it's 10 part. Okay.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it though. It's been really good.
But you know what? I like that it's called The Last Dance because yes, while it's mostly about Michael Jordan, but it's not only about Michael Jordan.
I love the Rodman episode, man.
Yeah.
Like Rodman was a free nigga.
Oh, Rodman, yes. Yo, Rodman was out here,
bro,
doing his thing.
I didn't. I remember when he married himself, like, cause I was like, yo, like, dude is in a dress and the wig, like, yeah, man, like, dude is extra wild.
And I love the fact that everything about him was accepted because when it came time for the objective, he was there.
Yes.
Right. And that's what I like, man. I'm thinking because I'm like, I think it's hard for people to accept others because they themselves are not on a mission.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jordan was like, look, you tell this motherfucker he go to Vegas, he ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Told that to Phil. And Phil was like, man, we gotta let him go. This backward walking one. He's in the tribe.
Yeah.
You know, he's in our tribe though. And I'm like, because when on that floor, Rodman was a Russell Westbrook type of mentality.
Mm.
I'm a attack everything. I'm a energetic. And when he's talking about how he's seeing how the ball bounce off the rim and shit.
Yeah, crazy, like all the touches. I was like, wow, like he's
it's a rebound, dog. You get it or you don't get it.
Like, but he was the greatest rebounder in NBA history.
Hey, I was gonna say, like, that's me. But
but
he wasn't just
he wasn't studying like just how to get a rebound. He was studying how each player shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like, yo, like I know if Mike shoots anywhere, it's most likely gonna end up on the left side. So I'm gonna be on the left side. Like that's just his shot.
Yo, the craziest thing to me is that like I never noticed this because trust me, I done seen, read, watched everything about the Bulls in the '90s, Michael Jordan. But I really forgot that like that man Rodman dove for every rebound like this. Like he hit the Superman
into the stands. I like the ones where he's doing the where he's jumping and tapping it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fighting for the other dudes, and then he finally grabs it. Like I'm like, yo, dog, that's just tenacity, right?
Yeah.
And they don't win that shit without him. Like, you know, those last 3. Like, I don't know, man, because it was just wild when I was watching the doc. Because I think for me, the last one of the, I think it was 5 or 6, where they talked about the status Jordan was at, yeah.
Right.
Like how he would lead, because he was only alone in his hotel room, is what they said. Leave a hotel room, people mobbing you, right? And then it gave me clarity towards him because you hear these stories about how you don't do autographs. I was like, I get it.
I've always got it.
Yeah.
Nah, but I get it. Like, but he would turn their autographs in an inner circle though. Like it'd be a room full of niggas who all got money. He'd still be like, nah. Like I get it. Like he's just turned off all the way from the shit. Like it's over.
He has that one sole purpose. It's just like I get it, man. Like Michael Jackson was the same way. Like anyone who gets to like such a huge fucking like status of celebrity, like Mike was just getting tired of that shit.
Yeah, when Mike had that court day, he was dancing on top of that car though. He was like, "I give you autographs, whatever you want."
Just let me go.
Just let me go. I ain't do it. Shoot, man. Like funny. I said, but now like that status, man. So I think that was crazy, just to see him walking in the mobs of people, man. Like, and the competitive nature, and I like it because I love when he was up that joint. Oh, we got this black man on this pedestal. We gotta start digging. We gotta try to find something, man. We gotta try to find something to break him. Because they wanted him to break, and they wanted to break Jordan, bro. Sam Smith talking about the Jordan rules. I just wrote it. My motherfucker always, every time he talk, I'm like, what's wrong with this dude?
Yeah, he just be shaking, bro. I just really, and he be showing you all his teeth.
It's probably Parkinson's.
I agree. 100% agree. Probably. But they ain't tell us that, so he's just shaking. So, like I said, you gotta be truthful for who you are, bro. If you gonna be, and I can treat you how you should be treated accordingly. But if you ain't gonna say I got Parkinson's, so I'll be shaking ass nigga this interview.
That's how niggas want. Niggas want you to be truthful so they know which jokes to get off.
Right.
Yeah. Facts, bro. You don't be sitting there like. Don't be in the cut like you know how that is, bro. We can't. That's the only thing about being black. We can't hide it. No matter. Everybody else can hide everything about them. The sexuality, everything. You can hide everything. But you can't hide this skin, bro.
Oh, that's it.
You cannot hide it.
First thing people see.
Exactly, son. So the jokes is they're making them with you in the room, nigga.
Yeah, shit.
Like if I'm sitting here making some gay jokes, if the gay dude, I don't know he gay, nigga. He like showed me he gay. You know what I'm saying? But if he said it, then I don't make them anyway. But I'm not going to be that type of person.
Right.
Yeah, you know. So right now, Sam Smith is just shaking motherfucker. But now, like, one thing I liked about it, man, was I'm to the point where I'm not sure. I know why I love LeBron for the off-court shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike was like, that's not me.
Yes.
And Obama summarized it brilliantly. You know, you are in this space as a young brother that you don't really know how to deal with. Like, and I realize, man, you might be used to the jeers and stares and glares from white people, but it must be hard to get used to faces of adoration, reverence, pure excitement.
They love me.
They love me for this on-court shit.
Yeah.
They love me for this on-court stuff. I have no reason to break that up for off-the-court shit.
No.
You know? I'm not mad at him because, like I said, man, when I look at it, man, I just realized, man, all these decisions are mediated through fear, bro. Fear. Like, I love the facts. I'm talking with this one girl at work. She was talking about Jay-Z and when they did the NFL thing, right? And she was like, that's why he co-opted the Kaepernick movement so that when
co-opted.
Basically, because he wore the Cap jersey and then he did all this stuff. And she basically, her argument was that he did all that stuff so that black people would be fucking with him. And then when he did this, we wouldn't question it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that if you believe that, I'm happy with him because he cares what we think about him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, that's all. Like, he cares what we think about him enough to sneak this by us. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't just walk up and smack niggas. Fuck y'all. He said, if that was his objective, was to get an NFL team through some underhanded means. He didn't want his people to see it. You know what I'm saying? He cared about our thoughts of him. And to me, that's worth more than the suspicion that he did this underhandedly. So when I was watching the Jordan thing, I was like, all right, Mike, you know what I'm saying? He was balling out that joint. The Jordan sold off. I like how his mom had to force him to go to the Nike joint.
Yo, like, that was crazy to me, man.
Shout out to Mama Jordan.
But it's Jason Weaver mom with the Lion King joint.
Mm.
You're getting royalties for the song instead of just a one-time check.
Really? Look at Black Mothers. Look at Black Mothers.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying, dog.
Yeah, man.
You looking out, son.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And I love that shit. She's like, you gonna take this meeting with him. And then his pops was like, you gonna not disrespect them. They put an orphan deal on the table, and his agent at the time got him an insane paycheck compared to everybody else. Mm-hmm. And
all these tennis players,
they paid the fine for him to rock the joints.
Mm-hmm. They didn't even talk about that.
They ain't talking about it, but I think we
niggas know.
Yeah, they already knew. They tried to breeze past I like, because some of this stuff I already knew.
Right.
I like when they go in depth on certain things, like with the Rodmans and the Phil Jacksons.
Tony Kukoc story.
Yeah, the Kukoc story. And I like that because they was like, they thought they broke this dude. Like, nah, nigga, I'm from like poverty.
Yeah, we at war right now, fam. What's that?
He's like, man,
my cousin's busting right now.
Yeah, but I fuck with it because they didn't know, because they was like, black people sometimes we think we the only one with struggles.
Hey, facts, yeah.
And that was their arrogance on that. Scotty grew up poor as shit. So did Jordan. So that was their thing, was like, you know what I'm saying? Was, because that hunger, that hunger come from a poverty. But it was like, man, his joint come from war-torn country,
That nigga seen war.
Yeah, so next game he balled out. They still all got their ass whooped as a team.
Yeah.
But Kukoc was like, it wasn't my fault. It's like, y'all ain't gonna have me in the headlines.
I showed up to work.
What I was confused about through all 6 of these, though, is Krause.
Yes.
What about him?
Massive dickhead.
I get it. Because even when they won the second one, he in the locker room. This is just a great organization.
Yeah, and I heard that. And I was like, it was stewing then.
Yeah. It was stewing back in the day. Dude, Jordan, like literally the last 2 episodes, if Krause liked you, Jordan was coming for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He said that because he said it with Rod Strickland. He was like, this motherfucker can't fuck with me. Because Krause was talking about, Rod Strickland's going to be a tough opponent for Jordan. And Jordan said, nigga. So anytime Krause could walk through, man, cotton candy on fire today, Jordan like, fuck that stand.
Right.
Yeah. Like, that's what he needed. Like, he said it in joy. He's like, if Krause loved you, I was coming for you.
Coming for that ass.
I don't know. What y'all think of that? Because I don't get, why was this? I understand it. Like, you want people to know it was you. But it wasn't. You ain't draft Jordan, nigga.
But the thing is, it's
not, though. It really isn't.
He wants to play. He wants the glory.
He does.
Clearly.
Yes.
But you can't get it.
No. But that's the thing, though. For niggas that want the glory, they are the same people. Like, if he wasn't a GM, he would have had a kid and he would have pushed them so fucking hard through basketball. It would have broke that kid.
It's like those people who put their broken dreams into their children.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he was living a portion of his dream because he was part of an organization, but he wasn't playing. I bet you, if you look back, that nigga Jerry loved basketball. Nigga wanted to play.
Oh, of course.
The sad part about it, he was a short, fat, stubby white dude.
Man, yeah.
And he had to make his living off of the most tall, athletic black men.
Looking like a fucking gremlin.
And they would roast that nigga.
Son, Jordan
Jordan didn't care. Jordan did not care. He said, are those diet pills, or are they just there to keep you shorter?
Yeah, man.
Fuck you, Jerry.
But, bro, he would just have, like, comments for Krause. Wouldn't even be in the room, bro. He just got a comment for. I remember he was in the lock. He was with the jock sniffer dudes.
Yeah.
And he was back in that little room he'd be in and shit. And they was doing something. It was playing quarters.
It was rolling. Yeah, it was like flipping.
And he brought up Krause for some reason. He brought up Krause. He said, you look like Jerry Krause. This nigga Jordan hated this nigga. Like,
Jordan, he had this one comment where he's like, I don't know, it was something about like a cigar or something. He's like, Jerry, you don't get to smoke these because I heard they make you shorter. So
yeah, dog. It was just like, oh man, and I don't know, man, because I was thinking, I was like, so I was like, why break up a good thing though? The ego is crazy, man. It will let you destroy your own blessing.
And that's the thing, like, Jordan comes from a very pure and simple place. is competition. That's it. That is it. It's just like, yo, I want to play the best. I want to be the best. That's it. All you got to do is respect that. But Jerry couldn't.
It's crazy that the greatest person to ever play the game walked away because of a jealous little white dude.
Hey, yo, words do hurt.
Actually, hold on, man. Let's keep it 1,000.
Was it about the gambling?
I believe, because again, we've all read about Jordan. We've all seen all the interviews. The first time he retired after they won that third chip in '93, wasn't it because, I mean, he was tired of playing, but also like he lost his dad in '93, if I'm not mistaken.
He lost his dad the summer after the third championship, July 23rd, because I Googled it. Because I was like, where's the one? I think the one where he comes back is where he's crying in the locker room. So I said, he lost his dad like a month after the third chip.
Right.
Like, that's going to pretty how they open the next episode.
The next episode, yeah.
Because it's that summer. So, okay. So I'm watching the doc, right? Because my mind can't compute. Because my thought process is no matter how much Jerry was egotistical, money, right? Money and success, right? Like,
and
those should be the
thing too.
So,
no, go
ahead. Which person?
Pippen is number 6 for salary on the Bulls. We know MJ is 1. All right. Pippen, not Pippen. Rodman is 2. All right. Okay. We can assume that Jackson is 3. All right. If Phil Jackson is either 3 or 4, as far as the company salary is concerned, all right, and then 5 is Jerry.
Are we stipulating here, or did they say that in the doc?
No, I'm just speculating right now, but because as far as money is concerned, I know he, as a general manager, he's not going to shift anything that looks weird. You know, so like everything is going to look good on paper.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why, Pippen, he didn't bother fighting for him because it's like he saw him perform.
Facts. I think the thing for me was, why the rush? Give Pippen a 2-year extension. Give Phil a 2-year extension. Give Mike a 2-year extension. Give Rodman. Rodman was already on a contract. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? You're not doing it for the thought of, we might win. You're going to win more rings.
Yeah.
So
more rings.
Now my conspiratorial brain clicked in at some point while I was watching this shit, right? Because I've heard the rumors about the gambling. I know it's Chicago, the mob ties. We seen Jordan had to give checks to some shady motherfuckers.
Right.
He used to walk in rooms and just be getting business cards. We know every nigga that was in the room wasn't making their money on the uppity up. There's a lot of motherfuckers he paid money, went to jail. So let's be clear. And the mob is real in Chicago. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
My thought process was, some people have speculated that his pops was a hit.
Yeah, I've always heard that.
That's a rumor that his pops was a hit for the mob. Then, as a recourse to deal with that, he left the game, stepped away for a while, let it die down, and then they brought him back. He started winning again. But then I was looking like, okay, why is Krause trying to fuck this up, though? Because you saw what life was like without Jordan when he went to baseball. You was nobody, nigga. So why would him getting credit fuck with you that much? Unless you yourself also got the mob ties. Right? So I started thinking about it this way. And why is the owner not stepping in? Because to me, we always just have these thought processes. I get it. I'm of the full belief that all these white people made their money in some criminal way.
Yeah.
He owned the Bulls. The owner, how am I supposed to look at him? He looked like a made dude when he showed up in the interview. The owner, he looked like hair slicked back. Come on, son, we know how it go. So to me, I'm thinking like, was this a matter of Jordan betting on his own shit, racking up the funds, running up insane amounts of money, getting uber fucking rich off the books? Next thing you notice, they like, it's Frank Lucas with the coat, first row. Who that nigga? You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, you got to try to chip away at his legacy, you know? You got to try to do certain things to bring it down. Because, like I said, he left and then he came back.
Hey, but you can't put down a real one. You wanna know why? Because it doesn't matter. Because the spirit of the ancestors are in us right now. Look, I'm trying to tell y'all, brothers. Look, you need to listen. You need to
I'm
understand.
not even saying it's a black thing. I just think it was a money thing.
Oh, not like I'm not a sports fan. Like I'm not a basketball fan, so I'm still like trying to figure this out mostly. But it honestly doesn't make sense because even in like watching some of the clips, I could definitely see Jordan just coming up, like especially with Magic when they were scrimmaging, right?
Yeah.
See some of them niggas be like, man, look, I bet you can't beat me in the scrimmage practice. Man, say I can't. I bet you can't. Hey, yo, bet $100 say I can't. And then Jordan's like, all right, boom, that's the motivation he needs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can definitely see where those gambling rumors could substantiate because I mean he's always like, hey yo, like we trying to like throw some dice, he's like, what you betting? No, like he just doesn't know how to not compete.
Well, in his thought process, the only reason it wasn't a problem was because he didn't put his house up he had enough money to do it.
Oh yeah. I mean, of course, it's like
which is the truth about anything.
Yeah.
If you a cokehead, we ain't gonna notice if you rich as fuck, dog.
That's true.
Like,
so you sell your daughter.
Facts. No, I talked about that. You remember Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
Where Leo meets Matthew McConaughey's character, and this nigga does a line off the table in the restaurant.
And
he starts he starts being and I'm just like, but that's what we always talk about. We talk about that double standard of treatment because you stopping and frisking little Tamik with a dime bag or some shit probably, and you know this motherfucker walking towards Wall Street with an 8-ball in his pocket.
Bruh, they said if they drug tested the entire financial sector, half
exactly
would be fired immediately.
So the argument is always mute. It's not really about the drug use. It's about keeping a certain group of people in control some way. So when I looked at it from like, because I just can't understand it. I'm like, you saw what life was like without this nigga. He left. Krause, nobody was talking about you at all, nigga. Like, nobody was talking about Pippen. Nobody was talking about the Bulls when he left, bro. Except for when Jordan come back. Then he comes back, plays for the same squad when he comes back, because he's already under contract and shit, right? And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think they won't talk about it in this documentary, but something else happened, bro.
Yeah. No.
It just doesn't compute.
For him to leave, you mean?
No, just like the urgency in trying to break up the dynasty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they could work it, Kevin would still be in OKC. I mean, in Golden State. You know, if they didn't have locker room tension, whatever, but Jordan already was an asshole. Everybody on the team already knew he was an asshole, but he was going to win. I like what BJ Armstrong said. I think it was episode 5. Once he won the first one, Jordan knew how to win.
Yes, he stopped playing basketball.
Yeah, he said, we was out there playing.
Yeah.
Jordan was out there to make sure we won. And I love that because he just said that he was on a different level with the game. And Tim used to always say that when I started watching, he said, he ain't learned how to win yet. He ain't learned how to win yet. You know, once you learn how to win, it's going to be a problem. He said this about LeBron. He used to say this about everybody. You know what I'm saying? Even LeBron said it when he came back from Miami. He said, I had to go there to learn how to win. And I see that now with LeBron and the Lakers, especially, you know, I miss basketball so much. But the last game he played against the Clippers, LeBron, Kawhi can't beat LeBron in a 7-game series. That one game showed me that. Paul George had it going.
Really?
Fourth quarter, Kawhi is just putting up shot after shot. Like, I'm the dude that's going to save y'all, right? Jordan mentality. LeBron is going down and executing on magic point guard shit. Every time the LA Lakers went down to the end of the floor, they got a great shot. Was it always hit? Nope.
No.
But every time down, LeBron will execute the offense. And I realized he plays his game based on how the defense moves. So he was just, Kawhi was like, yo, I'm going to guard him. You're not guarding him. You're guarding a team when you play LeBron. He makes sure you know that shit. Kawhi, we got to stop Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? And I just saw that, and I was watching that, how meticulous he would just do it. If you guys ever want to look it up, look up the last game they played against each other. It was the first one the Lakers won of the year.
Mm.
But LeBron had finally had his cohesiveness with his unit there and had instilled enough belief in them from giving them the ball throughout all the other games to take the shots. That was another thing with Jordan.
Yeah.
He wasn't let nobody take that last shot.
And Paxson literally is two of his rings is Bill Paxson.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, or not two of his rings, but two of the closing out before game sevens. He never went to game sevens in the finals.
The first ring is definitely because of Paxson, right?
Oh no, I completely agree. Hitting them shots after shot, but it's
Absolutely.
like, but that validated it for him. He's like, when he threw it, he was like, oh shit. But he would just say, I don't want that bum ass nigga taking the last shot.
I mean, yeah.
So to me, it's not locker room.
If you are, but it's like it's one of those things like you get into the tunnel of it because you're competing, you're training with these people, so you know their flaws. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So like when you are competing against somebody else, and you're just like, man, no, like I know you because the last time we did this shit wasn't good, and like you were always throwing it to the right, like for. It's like, nah, they don't know any of that. Just go.
100%. And it's and I agree. It's like, but to me, but all of that is everything. This is what I don't understand. It's like there was no waves on the boat. You knew who the captain was. You knew who the vice captain was. You knew which direction the shit was gonna go. Like there was just nothing there. Like we know why Durant left. We know why LeBron left Cleveland both times.
Yeah.
Like even if it's not concrete, we could speculate. He didn't have the help. He was getting tired. He was getting tired of carrying the ownership there. Didn't know what to do with the draft. We know all these things, right? Where I couldn't fathom, where I couldn't reach my mind around. I was like, there's something they're not telling us about this because I don't care how much ego Krause has. Like, there's just no way. There's just no fucking way. You're literally, Phil's definitely not coming back. Jordan said, if Phil don't come back, he's not coming back. Jordan's free to do what he wants to do. Nigga, Jordan was there when you got there.
Hey, it's a glory, man. It's a glory.
But is it though?
Yes, because he was there until 2013.
Who is the Golden State Warriors GM?
Nigga, I don't know.
Shit, I don't know. Do you know off the top of your head?
I think it's like Bob Iger or some shit. Who's the Toronto Raptors GM?
I feel like this is school.
Masai Uri. Masai Uri. He's a Nigerian.
Quizzes.
He's a Nigerian. The Masai Uri, right?
Okay.
You know when he got the praise, right? He got the praise because he brought Kawhi in for just one run. And people were like, it's crazy. Why would you trade your piece away? Kawhi's definitely not going to stay. We know he's going to the Clippers. We know he's leaving. And they're like, why would you do this? He's like, because we can win a ring if he comes. He's the one piece we need. He's right. Krause, you got your validation with Rodman, bruh. You know, you got your validation with Pippen.
But that's the thing with validation. It is an amount that we, as in the individual, deem enough.
Yeah, I guess but to me, you were never going to get it outside of success in your job.
Well, that's delusion, and that's that is what I'm speculating from him because I can see that Krause was never a good man. He's a good business person, but he's never a good man, and he's always going to have that immense chip on his shoulder. So he's going to self-sabotage. Like notice, like so far we haven't heard a peep from his family.
Yeah, they said they're releasing a book.
See,
there's a memoirs coming out because he's dead.
Yes.
So they have.
Yes. Yeah, he died in 2017.
There's memoirs coming out. Yeah. Oh man, and R.I.P. Kobe, man. Like,
yes.
That was crazy to see it.
Honestly, I'm happy that they were able to record that interview.
It's probably one of the last interviews he ever did because he got the beard.
Yeah,
he got the full beard in that joint.
That was tough.
But yeah, man, because it's the kid, man. He's fucking Kobe.
I like when he said, I don't have my rings without Jordan.
Yeah.
Right.
And his guidance and his game, basically, like, I just stole everything from this nigga. Like, the mentality, everything.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing we could take from this, man. I want the Jordan mentality.
Yes.
Like,
the goal and vision.
I've been trying to infuse it while I'm writing, just that, if that's gym hours, if that's just locking in, really trying to focus throughout all this other shit, like, and just write right now, and just, just have that Mamba mentality, man.
That Mamba mentality. Yeah, I think it's just like locking in on a very singular focus. And when I say singular, I literally mean like, this is all I fucking do. Like, you ever see those people who are like so successful in their craft because this is literally all they do? Like, The Weeknd only knows about music. Don't ask that nigga about nothing else. Like, Drake only knows about like rapping and singing. Don't ask him. Jordan only knows basketball. Don't ask that nigga about nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Like, it's that as opposed to being like a jack of all trades. They like, these people have like a very singular focus, and
that is true, man.
I think that's what it is. Like,
very singular.
But the attainability of it is it's way easier to conceptualize winning an NBA championship than it is to win an Oscar.
Yeah.
Like, I know exactly what I have to do in order to win a championship. I have zero idea what because one, it's there are two components. There's the individual component and then the group component. So as long as you have, as long as you're pushing yourself just like Jordan did, and as long as you are boosting your morale for your entire team, you can theoretically win a tournament, but
yeah,
when you're making art, it's like, all right, well, goals. So
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, because as to your point, Walt, I feel like I've had a singular focus for like the past 10 years of my life. Our bills break up the ability to just focus in on it. And to that point, Jordan had singular focus and the ability to just be in the gym, open up the gym. I want to go in there. I'm gonna put the court in the crib. I'm gonna do all these other things, but I have to also acknowledge that singular focus, he had to adopt it when he was in high school, when he was going to college, and when he went to the pros. But to Walt's point of being able to just, there's a thing I can go and get that isn't predicated on others' opinions.
Yeah,
a ref might have a bad call in one game.
Yes, but that's one game out of the hundreds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, but like, to your point, what do I do to get the best actor?
Yes.
I feel well. I kind of like, I'm not an artist myself. I forgot about that, like, how subjective it is like to how people receive it. But to what you're saying about how do I get the best actor, I'm just like, yeah, like just write the best script you can and pitch it the best way you can, and like,
yeah, I don't think
that's it.
Well, I think unlike with basketball, we can't validate ourselves through trophies.
No.
I think the validation has to come from the fans 100%, and also you doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're fighting for right now, just to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Not even at a highest level. I just want to do it. I just want to make content. And I think right now, for instance, our singular focus is to making sure we knock out one of these a week. That's how we can wheelhouse it. Come more prepared with topics, conversations, ready to talk in depth, have an idea about something. I think that's where our focus can go in terms of, just for this one thing, this one podcast. And our chip may be 100 subscribers or this or that, right? Tangible shit. But we can achieve it by just locking in on this. Yeah. We might have to do 50 fucking episodes before anybody get anything on it.
Oh shit. I mean,
no, I get that.
What's it? Joe Budden's podcast? Them niggas was at it for like 3-4 years before Spotify came around.
Yeah.
So like they were just doing it for free.
Exactly.
Twice. Like so
I don't see the difference between, other than the fact that, like, you know, with sports, there's an objective, there's a very tangible numerical objective that says, like, winner. If you score more points, if you get more buckets than other team, you get that W. But other than that, I'm just like, yeah, I mean, us making these podcasts once, twice a week, like, this is us in the gym, you know, figuring out topics, hashing out. Like, it's just doing it. It's just showing up and just doing it. Like, it's, if you try and make an album, you're going to write a shit ton of songs, and then you're going to get the perspective from whoever and be like, you should probably cut, like, these 10 joints out and just go with these 10. Like, it's just doing it. And as far as, like, tangible shit that we can see that says, oh, you know, we're getting W's. For you, Walt, it could just be getting more gigs. For you, Joel, it's just like more people to come help out on set because they fuck with the idea.
Exactly.
And I just
then
believe,
for
like,
you,
yeah, I'm working on music right now, and it's like racking my brain, but I love it because it's a challenge. Like, trying to make music, I've told myself, I'm like, this summer, I don't know when exactly. I set a goal like by end of June, but I just want to put out a 7-song EP at least. I don't know. And like, I know what I need to do. So like, here every day, I'm just like digging through beats like on YouTube. And it's challenging because this isn't something I do. I'm just like now trying to get into the habit of like writing hooks that are catchy. I'm like, no, this hook is trash. Let me go listen to this album to get more ideas. Like, but like, it is, I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm like, yeah, it's just doing it, man. Like, I've written like 5 songs. I'm like, these joints probably not even gonna make it, but it's just practice. I'm just shooting in the gym.
I get it.
absolutely.
I get it. Like, it's like the Russ and Gucci Man approach, yo. It's like, you know, look at Nip. He's releasing crazy music on the street, out the way. And he literally named his trophy Victory Lap. His trophy was that completed album, but ownership of all the music and the distribution. You know, he signed a distribution deal with a label for that one project, you know,
that's
others.
wild.
But that was his trophy to him, was get so much assuredness of a validation from your fan base that when you walk into this room, they can't put you on a slave contract. And you know your shit. You know, you have the knowledge to navigate in the space. And to lose point of, I thought about that, man. I was like, yo, man, how many instrumentals these niggas listen to all day?
Yeah.
Just get beat packs. Just be listening to them. And then they try the melody, you know, niggas, even the niggas that freestyle it, they go into, and I ain't catch a wave on this one.
Exactly.
And then I get it. You pop something, right?
Right.
And the beat hit differently, and all of a sudden, because I was looking at that song by Juice WRLD, Righteous, and I literally can't listen to any Juice WRLD's music because I'm so confused as who's making money off of him right now. So I just get very nervous that they killed this kid on purpose, so he can just become this, because everything about his lyrics is death and drugs and I'm abusing it and damage, and he has that old white pain in his voice of like Nirvana. You know, like Kurt Cobain pain.
Like he was a smoker.
Yeah.
He smoked Marlboros.
And he has like, he always has that like, that white man singing voice that used to dominate, all of our Blink-182 sounds. You know that voice I'm talking about. My shadow in it. Yeah. That's him. Like, that's Juice WRLD, just a black version of it, right? Mm-hmm. And so I get it. Like, and then I'm looking at this song and they released it, and he's like, I got Gucci on, I'm feeling righteous, right? And I'm like, did he even want the song to come out?
Probably not.
Did he even want it out? And then it's just like, I got, the truth is hard to digest. I got 5 or 6 pills in my left hand, and then it's just like, and I'm listening to it. But even I understand that even him, he had to like find that. He had to find the ability to put on 20 instrumentals every 2 hours.
I heard that dude had like 500, like hundreds of just unreleased music.
I
Those are
know.
shots in the gym.
Exactly. And you know what I'm saying? He didn't release it, but now someone's releasing it. And I'm just
I hope not.
They're releasing this
They're
shit.
releasing it.
They're getting money from it right now. So I'm confused. Like I said, I don't want to hope that he made all this music and it all sounds remotely decent enough. And then they're just like, we don't really need him.
That's what happens when when like an artist dies though. Like they just start, like that's how Drake got that off of Scorpion. He had this one Michael Jackson feature. That was some unreleased, like some old shit that Mike did and was like, nah, I don't fuck with this. So I'm not gonna put it out. And then Drake is just like, I don't know who he spoke to just get that. Mm-hmm. And now it's just out there. But Mike didn't want that shit out. Yeah, I'm sure. From his estate. But like Mike obviously didn't want that shit out because it would have been on one of his albums or something like that.
Exactly.
So Drake be like, I pay you the price of my bed.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man. So like I said, I hope you lock in, Lou, because man, that shit is tiring.
Yeah.
Thinking of melodies and shit and
trying to be catchy and
trying to find a pocket.
Trying to find a pocket.
That was fun, I followed Cocaine Lorraine.
Yeah.
On IG. And she released a song, right? Mm-hmm. Some hot trash. And she has like auto-tune in it, right? But she'll be fine because she's Cocaine Lorraine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It'll get plays, it'll get spins.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it, and I was just like, man, I tried my best. Like, I tried to not like Meg.
Word. She wore you down?
No, man, she's just too fine, man. She really is. Like, she's just too fine. Like, okay, I know you got a bad contract. You be all right, Queen. That's what I thought. That's like literally, I just think like that, like, cause she's just too bad, man. Cause I be sitting there like, cause the Beyonce remix and shit dropped, and B came through and killed the verse. Mm-hmm. She's like, I'm on Demon Time. I might start my OnlyFans.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God, here goes Beyonce legitimizing OnlyFans.
Yeah.
A whole nother generation of chicks, young.
Hey, I ain't mad at it.
Me neither. Like I said, I'm not mad at any of it, man. Get your money. But it's just like, yo, man, I don't know, man. Like I said, I wasn't.
Start your own OnlyFans.
Nah. I couldn't do it.
Nah, man. Nah, it takes a really clever text message and a mask.
That's
it.
I try to convince one of my homegirls to like start an OnlyFans. Joe, you know her. The joint.
I know you talking about. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I'm like, yo, you
I know she posted.
Y'all niggas keeping
like,
secrets and shit. Damn.
Nah, she posted. She was like, she's doing DM promo now and shit. She said DM me.
It's the soft open.
She'll post in her story for $10 or her timeline for $15. She'll promote something for you. Right. And this is the thing about it, right?
$10 promo.
I thought about this. I was like, that's a nice way to make money because she has like 10,000 followers or something.
Oh wow, yeah.
She has a nice. I think 1,000. She has in the thousands, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
More than my black ass. But anyway, I thought about that. And then I thought about, let's say you talk to Amanda Cerny, like a really nice Instagram influential model, Cocaine Lorraine, right? Millions of followers, right? And she says, yo, you want me to promote something on my story? I put it in my story for 500 and I'll post it on my timeline for 8, right? You overpriced it. Because I don't think your followers care what you think.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
I got that.
Fact.
Yeah, right? Now,
that just
Will
sense.
Smith, he could charge that.
Yes.
Because he's going to post it and people will be like, yo, they care what Will thinks.
Well, is that just looking for somebody that is known for something beyond their beauty?
Yeah. So when I saw the one Lou's talking about do it, I realized it's viable, but not really, and that's why I don't see it more.
You saying, and we talking about the same joint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I
just say her name. Why don't you?
Nah, I ain't gonna do all that.
Ain't gonna do all that.
Nah, I think Joe's point is just makes sense because like there are followers and then there's followers. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
To put it bluntly, like
yeah.
So
the people
like Angela Yee could do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, so I think it comes down to because I was thinking about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, yo, like for the OnlyFans, you are subscribing to one person, right?
Yes.
Like you don't have a variety.
And whoever they make a video with. But go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. But it goes back to, you're on some slimy site, so Xviz, X Hamster, whatever, and you see the comments, and the shit says more of her, and that's where I'm saying like, okay, so you don't necessarily need a large following for it, and that's why not a lot of people are doing it, but you do need fire, and if you don't know how to have sex with yourself, I don't want to see you have sex.
You just need a dedicated fan base.
Oh yeah.
I was watching a Russ interview or whatever, and he was talking about, y'all know Russ, white rapper, long whatever. He was talking about how like, yo, I don't want nobody opening up for me and my shows because I'm not gonna put another nigga on to a fan base that I busted my ass to build. You know what I'm saying? Like Russ isn't like Drake level when it comes to like his success, but he has like busted his ass. And the people who fuck with Russ, like the people that like they fuck with Russ, and that's really all you need in order to buy or push or sell anything to anybody. You just need to build a dedicated fan base.
I understand that logic from Russ because that's Tyler bringing out Drake and Drake getting booed.
Yeah, it's like we that's it.
I did forget.
Like you didn't know your fans, nigga. Like,
come on,
they don't fuck with Drake.
But,
no. I told her, I'm like, yo, for real. Like you a pretty girl, you could really like if you ain't had no shame, you ain't give a fuck, you could do it.
That's
she was
what
like
I'm saying.
Like, would you pay for it? And I was like, I wouldn't because I've already, you know what I'm saying, XYZ. But like there's people out there who would pay like $5-10.
100%. I don't care what she looks like. Yeah. Someone will pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just comes down to making a fire video. That's
look. If you ugly as fuck, but you got sexy feet, make feet videos.
Yeah.
I'm serious. If you got good looking legs. If you got a banging body but your face busted, put it back.
Hide that face. Put a mask over it.
That's how foul niggas is. Like, I'm just saying. So, but I was wondering because when I saw her do the thing, the only reason I brought up the other thing was I was just like, because there's women I follow on there for their opinion on things and their beauty as well. Like I love when Angela Rye posts a photo in her bikini.
But when she talk about this politics shit, you listen it too.
Oh yeah, it gets me even more aroused. It gets me even more turned on. Like, so I'll go listen to her podcast on Beats One. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'll support her that way outside of just looking at her and getting these little sound bites and clips. But I think she has the cachet to say, yo, you me promote something 500, 200. And that's what I'm saying. Like, so I got to look at like, I don't know. It's kind of, what do you do if you want to do something else, but all your success is just coming from the sluttiness?
You get yourself a manager.
I think if your end goal is not, if you have bigger aspirations outside of being like an IG model, thought, whatever you want to call them, I think you should introduce those other aspects of your personality or like, what you want to do as early as possible. No, check this out. Because if they when people just know you for one thing, like you can put yourself in this pigeonhole to where like, I don't want to see you do nothing else but show your feet. But if you mix in a little bit of the, I like science and I got nice feet, so watch me, turn this beaker upside down with my foot or whatever. Like just try and introduce that other aspect of yourself and mix it in slowly with what you're mainly known for. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Well, that it
What we
can,
talked about earlier.
it can
Tell us who you are when we meet you.
Yeah, that's fair. But on the opposite end of that is Ari Lennox, where that but she feels that
Ari and Scotty naked in the bed together.
Stop it!
Boy, Hot Fudge Sunday.
Stop.
As soon as you walk in the room, all you hear is Wakanda. I want a bus right now. Like, you just get you today.
Is it Ari and Scotty? I'm just like,
are you a ticket? Are you a ticket? Are you a ticket?
I want a bus right now.
That's African, nigga. You can't tell me that's not African. Ari and Scotty, that's Africa right there, nigga. That's a whole land.
That was the two finest chocolate joints.
Honestly, that's the best sleep I'm ever getting.
Yeah, facts. Oh man, I keep going. What you about to say? Well, what you about to say? Man?
Oh shit! Man, so did I. But it don't even matter at the end of the day.
No, I was just thinking because what Lou was saying, right? Introduce yourself, because dude, I saw this. Saddest. Go ahead.
On the opposite end of that spectrum, Ari Lennox feels that by her revealing too much of her personality too soon, it has hindered her in the music business. So she wishes that she would have waited to show people or not show her personality at all.
Yeah, she's right. Yeah. It hindered her. It definitely hindered her.
How,
I feel like it's hindered me.
How though? I don't.
Having opinions.
Yeah. Because I don't necessarily think it is on the fan side as much as the executive business side where she's experiencing these hangups. Because I mean, you got 1,200 people watching. One of them could be an intern at Sony. One of them could be X person at Columbia, whatever. Like,
when you come in, like look, people don't like Russ.
Oh no, yeah, I heard about Russ through the hate. It was fuck Russ, but who is Russ?
He knows why, because he don't bite his tongue.
Yeah,
he's like, I've curated this audience, so I don't have to do that shit. Like, and I get it. And to her point, she's just saying she wish she would have curated it first.
Yeah.
Then put your black fist up. I get it, but it's like, and it depends on the space. Like, for instance, I think Monique definitely curated her audience first. Then when she did this behind them closed doors, they said, "Get your black ass out of here." Even with the Oscar.
Well,
doesn't that also depend on your level of success, though?
But I also think it depends
Oscars are supposed to open up a higher level.
I mean, I'm not even talking about Monique. I'm just talking about like.
Well, I don't think success.
General.
I think it's ownership, man. I think we have to get out of that because, for instance, we were just talking about it earlier. What dictates winning an Oscar?
Yeah,
we don't know. But she thought that when she got that was her. I'm here. I can be me now. So she started talking about. She didn't like how this person would talk to these people. She didn't like that behind closed doors. And next thing you know, people are like, "Why are you bringing up all this stuff?" She's like, "Because I never like seeing it. I feel like I have the cachet now to speak up." And she was wrong. They shut all the doors on her. So it's just like, and I get it. It's a whole bunch of black people in there kowtowing to the sensibilities of a whole bunch of rich ass people who are probably white and don't give a fuck about it. So it's like, it's kind of like you got to take it where you can get it. Like, so.
But again,
that's just a space we don't own a lot of stuff in.
No, that's cool. I get that. But again, I'm going back to like what I said earlier. Like, I'm sure she has a dedicated fam, just like Tyler Perry. I know y'all saw that clip of Tyler Perry talking to Homeboy. He's like, "Oh, like, who gives a fuck what these crackers think? When you have an audience, you supply the fuck out of you. You feed them what they want because this is your audience. You know them." Like, Monique doesn't have. Somebody said it when she was talking about how she's getting blackballed. They're like, "Yo, like, couldn't she just like produce?" Or like put the comedy special together herself and then just pitch it to her audience. Like, yo, if y'all want to see this.
Yeah. She
That's
could.
why at the end of the day.
But then we talked about earlier, the ego. Is your ego fine with 500,000 listens?
Or half that.
You know what I'm saying?
Charging like 20?
No, I'm just saying, like, is your ego fine It's because Russ is fine if he can only sell out the venue for 5,000. I'll just do there. I'll just go to that venue 3 times in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, if you've been told that now that you have certain things or you're in a certain space, I remember when Ari got mad she didn't win the soul thing at BET.
Yeah, Soul Train Awards.
Yeah, she was upset by it because she's like, I'm here and I've showed up and I support and I did all these things. But I'm like, but were you shaking those hands you need to shake behind the closed doors?
True.
You know? And if that's the case, can you just not need that? Can you just be like, yo, I'm just glad to be nominated? But in her brain, because I know if it was a Grammy, she would have said, I'm just glad to be nominated. Because that's a higher prestige. But in her mind, she's like, BET, I showed up to y'all niggas. There's a level of ego and arrogance associated with it because you're saying to yourself, I'm the only one here doing it this way. I should have got it. But you also understand, like, we don't own BET. Like, that's not us either. So to me, it's just like, I get it. It's like like I said, how much of it do you need? Like, if we make this second season, it takes off like crazy, right? And then boom, they're like, yo, we want to pick up and do a mainstream version of it. I'm gonna be like, cool. Whoever wants to go with it, I'm not down with that. You guys, I'll take my executive producer credits if you want to give them to me. I don't want to like make a 1 hour version of the show. Like, I feel like it's a show I created just for the web series format, you know, to be able to put it on YouTube and like get views and success from. If success comes from it, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, no. I'm gonna literally take what I want from that and then create other things that I want to create, right? Mm-hmm. So I think for me, it's like Issa with Insecure, you know, that comes from Awkward Black Girl.
Right.
She's done her thing with Insecure, but we've seen her do more than Insecure now. Right. You know, we know that she owns Insecure, but it's through HBO, right? So to me, it's like, that's her baby. That's what introduced Issa to us, Insecure, for the most part. So I think Ari's probably upset because she's like, you guys met me before the art on a large scale, you know? And it's kind of like if Issa had been, it's like Cardi. Cardi was already IG Cardi.
Yeah, yes, she was.
She's popping on IG already.
Exactly. And she released so much music before Bodak Yellow took off.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Niggas wasn't fucking with her. She had to work to earn that. So I'm not saying you can't get it, but are you cool with releasing your music and the only people that listen to it are the 20,000 people who really love you for everything about you on your Instagram? And then it's like, because, you know, Cardi got people that follow her for her ass, for outfits, for speculation. But then Cardi got the group of women that's on there for her opinions.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the women that when she released music were like, yo, I love Cardi. Da-da-da-da-da. And they went to her music. They were supporting her mixtapes. She worked all this stuff out because she had to do it. She had to do it in retrograde. And you see it kind of it hits her sometimes when because she went mainstream and then it's like she used to drug niggas and shit and take their money. And then it's like, oh my God, we got to be upset by this now. I'm like, no, I knew who Cardi was before.
Yeah, like she wasn't shit before.
And she told us.
Yeah.
But now she's in a different stratosphere. She's in a different level now. And so now she has to reintroduce herself. And now people are like, oh my God, you did what? And I'm just like, yeah, this is the same chick who said, who gonna do what to who?
Right.
He thought it was a game. It's like I say, I get it. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like we're in this space right now. Like Ari's dope. She makes dope music. Shea Butter Baby is still one of
Fuck with it.
Beautiful song, a mainstream song, you know. And I'm thinking like, I look at it for instance, like I don't think Lil Nas X doesn't have a fan base besides for the fact that he's a gay black kid.
That's interesting you say that because I'm really like, because somebody asked me, they're like, yo, they're like, who do you make music for? And I'm like, I want to apply that to Lil. At this point, I'm just trying to get better at making like enjoyable music that people can fuck with. And then whoever fucks with me. But like, who do you think like Lil Nas X's fan base? Like, who would y'all say he makes music for? I think like preteens who just be on TikTok.
Yeah, I'd say TikTok.
TikTok kids.
JoJo Bizarre Adventure villains. Like.
This nigga. No, I agree. It's
That's funny.
And I think he's young enough where he doesn't know.
Yeah, which is fine.
It's cool, but I think like he'll have support because of just his identity right now. What he represents to some kids,
Right.
So they'll support him. It's like but it'll be the same reason why some niggas sitting here telling me Ye was a good album. I'm doing some trash. They just love Kanye. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas know that you can have critical opinions about your favorite artist, right?
Yeah. Some niggas hated Yeezus. I loved it when it dropped. Niggas still can't stand Yeezus.
I love Yeezus because this nigga literally played that joint every time we got in the car together.
Yeah.
And now I love Yeezus.
Exactly. And some people were like, yo, I'll never like this album. And I was cool with that. And it's just like, and I think it's like sometimes fans have more ego than the stars.
I don't know
like,
about that.
Okay, now remember what I said about Drake. Did you hear this last project?
Nah.
But garbage.
Also, is it like a is it an album or is it just like a
bunch of
an EP?
If we gotta ask, that means he don't want us to know.
No, but we know what it is.
It's an album.
It was a bunch of Lucy's. It was just like
100%. And I'm so sad because I'm like, wow, Drake is not aware of what he's doing or who he is right now. It's so evident and so clear because he's making pointless music. And I'm never going to be the one who derived a lot of meaning from his music, but I always understood that it meant something to him what he released. I won't take that from him as an artist.
Yeah.
I personally probably wasn't able to extrapolate much from it, but I get that he himself went into the booth with purpose, focus, and intent.
Right.
It was either to get you moving, get you thinking, get you activated, get you inspired. Right?
You crying.
Exactly. Whatever it was, I can acknowledge he was doing that with intent. Now, I listen to the album, bro. I was right. He'll never have new fans.
Yeah, you think he hit that point already?
It's over.
It's been 10 years.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I told that. I think I said that to y'all before. He'll never have more new fans.
You said that about Ye, though.
No, I said that about Drake.
You said that about Ye.
It was definitely Drake.
No, we talked about this week.
I don't feel like it's a hot take with Ye.
Oh.
I don't feel like it's a hot take with Ye. Ye does. Ye can because he moved to a whole different genre. Like he moved to a whole different genre. And his music has more like Yeezus, people felt he was ripping off
Travis.
No. What's that shit? Death Grips.
Oh yeah.
With the sound. So he's morphed his sound so much that he'll get new fans just from that morphing.
Right.
Drake ain't morphing shit, bro. We got an accent. Tings, tiny tings. We got that.
It's funny.
Yeah, and that's just him literally serving the UK fan base. That's all that was. Like I said, man, I listened to the album.
Might be right.
It's over. It's over for Drizzy. Think about it this way. The album dropped and no noise.
Well, yeah, no, I don't think this is the one he's gonna be promoting. I think he literally just threw this out.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And so, like I said, that's why I say he's not self-aware. You know what's the most dangerous thing you can do right now? Give the public something because they ain't got nothing but time to think about it, to listen to it, to play it.
Yeah, and I don't think that Drake is that uncalculating. Like, I think he knows, yeah, I think he knows people are home, and he like.
I never said you can be unaware and be calculating. You know what I mean?
It makes sense though.
I don't think he's unaware.
Those two don't even make sense though, bro.
I'm saying you can be unaware and be calculating, right? For instance, you can be unaware how people are perceiving you and still make calculated decisions.
Okay.
Oh,
All I'm saying
I
is,
don't
look,
get that.
he released the project in the
Like if
middle
you
of
have
a
an
quarantine.
established plan and you don't change your plan according to the changing environment.
More like this.
Hmm.
Drake releases music every year.
Yes.
He'll do a project and then release some loosies and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've seen it for 10 years straight, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was successful for him. Now, I don't think it's garnering as much success for him.
Yeah.
Because he just released his whole project. Neither one of y'all listened to it.
I listened to it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I heard you said earlier.
Right.
Walt was like, I'll get to it.
Yeah, I mean, also, I'm not a Drake fan. Like,
me neither.
Even when Scorpion was released, I was like, all right.
I'm not a Drake fan either, but I really listened to it just to see if he was going to do something on it.
No.
And he didn't. And I was just like, bro, this is the worst time to release some shit like this because now your stands is going to be going through your album like, Views is better.
Is this our king?
Yeah. No, literally, that's what people have right now. Because you got to understand, man, there are relationships ending because people have been so self-reflective because they've had time. I used to say this after school shootings. I used to say, yo, we just need to be able to stop things after school shootings and digest it. Shooting happens. We need to be able to stop it, hold your kids, talk to them about it. Because for those towns where those things happens, their time stops.
Wait, stop the United States? You ever heard of a little thing called the economy?
Yeah, exactly. But did they not stop it? We've been still right now. We're in this motion. I said this to people I've been knowing. I was like, the most dangerous time is not right now. It's after this shit. Because you know how many times I get into conversations with people at work and they be like, yo, when this is over, they say stuff like, I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to do that. And if you spend 6 months at the crib and you didn't do it,
that shit.
and I'm talking to you in January at the office, and you saying that out your mouth, I'm going to tell you shut the fuck up. I'm going to say you lying. Why didn't you do it during the quarantine?
I didn't want to.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah,
so now you can't lie to yourself after this. You really can't.
That's.
You know you don't love that girl. You've been in the house with her for a month. You know you don't love that bitch. Bro. I'm just saying, bro.
Hey, nah. She has qualities, and
no, I'm not talking about your girl. I'm just talking about. I'm talking about a general thing. I'm just saying, like, you can't lie. You put a ring on it. You had it like you got engaged in February on Valentine's Day, right? The Rona hit. You been at the crib with her. She in the house talking about 5G towers. You was like, I know this bitch believe this shit.
I know. I didn't realize. I didn't know she was like that dumb.
So and now,
like, I wanted to have kids with her.
And now you've been sitting there. The way she breathes is annoying you right now.
Catching stupid and ugly.
You turning like, you really got to breathe like that? The way she put her foot on you during Netflix, the way she put her foot on your lap when Netflix is going. If you loved her, you start rubbing it like you always do. But she put that foot there. Now you're just like, can you move your foot?
She ain't get a pedicure in a few months.
Exactly.
You ain't even asking to move. You be sitting there chilling. You see the foot. You look at her.
Yeah. That foot have been there every day, and you ain't been able to hit the bar and talk about it with your boys. You just been in the crib, nigga. And you can't Zoom call because she can hear you. My sister can hear me talking right now on this mic in this room, nigga. All she gotta do is do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a Zoom call about your girl, nigga.
My favorite is everything okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is fine.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You can't lie to yourself right now. You can't lie to yourself. So like I said, you gonna be coming through, you be like, damn, Drake been releasing the same song for 3 years. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you ain't really had a time, because think about when you would usually listen to Drake. The club.
Yeah.
In the car on the way to work.
Yeah,
Drake is a distraction artist. His success is predicated on you having other shit to do with your life.
That is true. That is very true. Like there are certain songs and albums that we get that we need to hear outside. Like you just need to be in a different place, different vibe, different everything. Now the person that I would love to release some music would be SZA, because I feel SZA has the right type of music for inside.
She does.
So
I
does
don't know if
Kendrick.
SZA got another one in her.
No, I think she does. I honestly think she does, and I think SZA wants to be an artist.
She does.
She wants to be an artist in the
She doesn't have a choice. Her label.
business. Exactly. Well, no. It's not that, like, but she wants to be an artist in the music industry.
Yeah. But if you look at some of her early conflicts with her label, it was on that, like, no, go find something you want to talk about.
Top Dog?
Yeah, she talked about it in her interview. She used to say that she wanted to release stuff, and they would always tell her it's some trash. And then they would be like, and they wanted her to find her voice. And she said she's so appreciative of the way they did her at the label. She used to come in sort of upset, feeling like she wasn't catching as much attention as she needed. But then she realized that's just not how they operate over there. They love they let Kendrick disappear.
Right. I get that.
You know, and it's like, and they curate the artist at Top Dog. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with Sir. Like, his most recent project, Chasing Summer, was his third album. And it's like, yo, your third album is, and that's really when it's like starting to pop and take off. But it's truly because he found his voice. Like, listening to those other two albums, like, and listening to this most recent one, it's so much clearer and more focused, you know, for this most recent project. So, like, I can understand why TDE is like, hey, yo, SZA, if you really don't have shit, and we know you don't have shit, we're not gonna do anything. Like, yeah,
no, it's facts. I think that's why she's in the cut right now. And I don't know, man. Like, I'm not saying that she won't have more music out. That's ridiculous, but not Control. Like, that was a tour de force.
Man,
I love that album.
It was so good.
I feel that way. I feel that way about certain artists. Like, as soon as you said that, you know who I was thinking of? I was thinking about Adele, right? Because Adele's, like, I swear Adele's, like, first 2-3 projects, mixtapes, whatever, was about one nigga that she dated, and broke her heart, and she made like her best songs are about like this shitty ass nigga that she dated. I don't know when her last joint came out. Whenever Lemonade came out, because they was going like head to head.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if I heard that or not. But
it was 25.
Like, was it 25?
It was 25.
I think you're right.
I don't think she was 25 when she released it either.
No. So
that's the album,
she's older than that. But
no, I'm just saying, to lose point. That's how much she had to base her shit in some old shit.
No,
that she, like, her project is like, I wrote these songs when I was 25. I'm just getting them out. Like, I'm with it.
Well, actually, do you guys know how old Adele is?
She's like 30,
early 30s.
She turned 32 yesterday.
Yeah.
I thought Adele was pushing 40.
Oh, damn. What?
Yeah, like, I thought Adele was old.
This nigga Walt's like, I don't grew up around that black don't crack. I can't tell.
Hey,
I'm with you. I get it.
I look left, I look right. All I see is melanin.
Yeah, I feel you. But now to lose point, and I get it, because this is the thing. Is it more fan base predicated? I don't know if it is, because for instance,
what we talking about?
I think SZA
Adele's music.
SZA released an amazing, incredibly beautiful project. And I don't think the women who love it necessarily are like eclectic music listeners. Because I think the best art can get a critic to write a 15-page essay about it and just have the most basic person love the song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It covers all the metrics. So,
exactly.
I
think Kendrick did the best with that with Damn. Because the Pimp a Butterflies, niggas, it went over some niggas' heads. And they couldn't sonically get there.
Yeah.
They were like, I like the message, but sonically. That's what niggas would say. And so I think for Adele, I kind of wonder, like, I think about the same thing with Taylor Swift. Like, she be starting relationships, breaking up with niggas just to get albums. So, and I'm like, And at some point, I don't know. I just kind of feel like this is what my problem was with Drake. At some point, I just feel like you're inviting me to join you in a cycle that is fine for you to be in because you're making money from it. But I need substance in some of these things that I'm listening to so I can grow.
No. With Adele, I need you to hurt. I need you to be at your fucking worst.
No, there's
exactly.
There's some artists.
If she released a song like Pharrell Happy, niggas would be like, what?
No,
like,
I don't. Give it back. You mean unhappy? Yeah,
there's certain artists where like your fan base just wants you to be like heartbroken. Like Bryson Tiller fans, they don't like, they mad at this nigga now.
This nigga got a daughter.
Happy relationship. He
why
got
he
a new kid. They're like, they just know like we not getting no more new music because Bryson Tiller's music is mostly like off-brand Drake, like moody, sad shit with some bars here and there.
And he happy with his daughter.
He looked.
But I will say, Adele is going to be making a fire album because she's going through a divorce right now, and she lost like 50 pounds.
Yeah, she lost hella weight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she lost hella weight. Like, yeah.
Okay, so she probably coming with some heat, but we also got to acknowledge she's been gone for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, but I mean, she's allowed to do that. Like, she's just one of those artists where she can do that.
No, I agree, but that's what I'm saying. I just think Drake, you just disappear, bro.
Yeah, that
okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
Go live your life.
That was my argument. My argument was that you're around us every year.
Yeah,
right.
And we have time now. We're going to catch on, bro. Even the simplest people are going to catch on and just be like, why am I listening to this nigga still? That's what I'm saying. Just disappear, bro.
Just fall back for a little bit.
Fall back, disappear. Like you know how much I'm fiending for Kendrick right now?
Facts.
I'm like, Kendrick, please. Nigga, even if it's Heartbeat 6, nigga, drop something. Just please, nigga.
I feel that.
PG Lang, my nigga. PG Lang.
And to that point, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just think the success for these certain artists at some point is just, let that shit marinate, bro. Live your life. Go live your life.
Go live some life. Right?
It's like the baby.
Some experience. Exactly.
Like, yeah, I don't think he should have released an album after he just released an album. Like,
you know what's crazy though?
You can chill, my guy.
The baby's actually, I disagree with you on that, Walt. He's too new.
As far as huge mainstream,
because the baby was talking about this. He did the Breakfast Club interview. He was talking about that. He was saying how I want to hit them with this stuff now because I'm kind of like loading up the chopper and just dropping it all. And they're saying it sounds similar, right? But he was saying, to your earlier point, I need to curate the base before they meet me. So he was saying, when I start to add the conscious stuff or more depth to the music, I need to be able to do that freely.
I think that's interview cap because I mean that's a good thing to say in an interview because of the criticism he's getting. But
somebody,
but no, not even that. But I'm like, we could get a sense of what future shit is gonna be like from the baby if you just go back to his past shit. Like, if you've been putting out the baby, I mean, I'm just finding out about baby like late 2018, 2019. Yeah. So I have not gone back to his early projects and shit. But if I do go back and I listen from when he started up until right now, and I don't see any
change,
you know what I'm saying? Any type of change, growth, even if it's better or for worse, then I know he's capping about I'm gonna switch it up on y'all and hit y'all with that conscious shit. Because your past dictates your present and your future. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's had sprinkles.
Okay.
It's kind of like Hove. I've been giving this to you my whole career. I just decided to put it concisely in 4-4-4-4. So it's like I've heard inklings of it. Like you hear it with the intro to the joint, the baby joint. We talking about his father. He's mentioned, in the verse on Under the Sun, where he's like, I'm in homicide, detectives asking me to talk. I ain't tell them shit. You know how they do. It's like, and then he has the verse on Chance Shower Joint, where he was like, they love me because I'm chocolate the color. And he's like, why you think they do that? I don't know. It's America, I guess. So it's just like, so you know what I'm saying? He's not going to do it and be like, he's going to do it in like a comedic approach, I think, or like a satirical manner, kind of how Dickie is with his shit, right? I think that and so I can see those ebbs and flows with Baby, or the potential there. The reason why I say it's too new, like you said, 2018 is 2 years. We talking the other artists we're talking about, man. They've been out here. They've been out here. They've been out here, and I think it's I don't know. I just think at some point we're growing. We're always growing as people, man. We're always going through shit. And I just think we're evolving all the time. At some point, you just sit there, you say to yourself, you just like. The reason I say Drake never have a new fan base is not that young kids won't listen to a new Drake project. It's just that all of his old shit is better.
Again, and I remember saying this from way, I don't know, a couple years ago, whatever, but like, we're not going to get a 444 type album from Drake, Eminem.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, no, I've given up hope for M.
Yeah.
Weeknd, maybe not, but Drake, we're not gonna get a 444 because I feel like he's had such a long run up until this point, and like I don't know how much else like his life is just gonna keep getting better, and I don't want to hear about your life just getting better because you know what I'm saying. I'm just not there yet. Like I want to know that your bed costs $50K. You know what I'm saying?
What we need to hear from Drake is all the failure, all the loss. Like we need to see like.
But we've heard that though. No, very sparsely.
That's it. Like we need to see the turmoil. Like
he's a pop artist though.
No, but the reason why this whole Baby thing really enamored the public was because we saw how he tried to navigate the situation. It was because it's like, oh, he has a child. It's like, no, we don't care if you have a kid. We care that you hid something from us and now it's out. So how are you going to react? And that's where we feed off of. We don't see a lot of that from him. We don't see a lot of that from
Baby.
I wasn't even going to say from Baby. I was going to say from
from
Cash
Drake.
Money. Yeah, from Drake, Young Money, Cash Money. We don't see that in general, except from Nicki. But that's it. Mm-hmm. Like we don't see that type of.
He's pigeonholed himself. He's put himself in a box, and he's afraid to jump out of the box.
Well, I mean, if you want to fly,
into what box though? That's what I'm saying. I'm like into
like
what
Walt
box?
said. There's something there. You haven't had, because you're a human being. I know you've gone through shit.
Exactly. Like you have felt something sad.
You've had astronomical levels of success. For instance,
exactly.
Right? It's like we've seen 30 Jordan documentaries, but this one hitting different because Jordan's there.
Yo, this highlight reel is different. It's
you know
disrespectful.
He's there, but he's not just there. He's telling you about the pieces. Yo, this is how I thought about Rodman.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I felt about Scotty. This is how I felt about XYZ. We can draw. We can have. They probably had article after article. Jordan thinks this about Dennis. He loves him. Da 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 da. All those things were happening at the time, but it's like we just see rings, success, scoring. Right? We just saw all the heights of this man's legacy. Right? It's probably because we were also too young to really thoroughly invest in it like that. You know, kind of we catch it on the tail end. But I just think that I've seen people who are older like, I didn't know that shit. I didn't know that about the documentary. You know? And it's like, it's just, I think there's another level to Drake. Like, did you have contract issues with Baby?
Yes.
You know? For instance, J. Cole is interesting to me because he chooses to always have the macro on his sleeve, and it gives him a myriad of things to always talk about.
Yeah.
So he can he can spit a whole verse from the perspective of someone who died in the Ville who's his homie. And he gonna have the gunplay in the joint because he's talking from a perspective. He's trying to give you a story and a theme and a message. And then he can have the middle child, like, I'm the middle child in this hip hop thing. And I love it because there's not like I haven't had thoughts about the generations of hip hop, but he said, let me encapsulate and make a song that can sort of speak to this in a way. And then 1985 is the same thing. Like, let me sit you down, let me talk to you. You know, check out the big picture. Basically, like that's a conversation we have on social media. Yo, these young niggas is getting robbed. Who's taking Juice WRLD's money right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, but Cole can sit down in 1985 and be like, I'm wondering this too as an artist because I'm actually in tune with things, and you guys know I'm socially aware to speak of certain things. You know, I'm gonna go hit Ferguson. I'm gonna do things to make as a human being that show I care besides, you know, my numbers and my sales. And then, you know, and Kendrick, to Kendrick's point, I think Kendrick is interesting because he's so in the cut that he can tell us XYZ, because at the last verse of DNA is just him talking about what he do on the weekends and shit. hitting Ford Clovers, Brock wearing sandals. That's his homie that work at the shop he go to and eat. Looking out the backyard, baby in the pool. That's just him looking outside, nigga. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but the shit is fire. And he flowing so fast, and we like, yo, we ain't never heard Mike make this shit like this before, nigga. Like, we just, it's like, I remember my headphones was on fire when I called you after that, Lou. We was talking to each other. He's like, yo, DNA, nigga.
I was literally just yesterday, I was listening to that joint, like, doing some push. I'm like, yo, this is still one of the hardest hip-hop songs I've heard in, like, a brick.
Exactly. And that's why I say Drake's afraid to jump out of, but Drake don't even speed up the flow.
No.
He's so afraid of, like, think about it. We've seen Eminem go so far into the dictionary with his writing that his flow is so mechanical and it's sound that we're just like, yo, reel it back a little bit, Shady. And he's tried to with the last couple of projects. He's reeled back. He's tried to get more cadence and like melody in certain flows and pockets. And I've seen it because he was just so much. Yeah, exactly. But I get it.
Not a human drum machine.
But I get it. He was just working on perfecting what he loves about what he does, which is rhyming. Eminem just loves rhyming. And I think he'll be fine because Eminem noticed, he said, the landscape has so lacked the inability to rhyme well that if I stay doing this, I'll get new fans just because they're like, wow, I didn't know music can be this. they're just so, I've seen people like, they're so enamored with what he does now. They don't know that we're used to it. You know what I'm saying? We're used to Shady flipping a metaphor and a verb and like having a story. And we've seen him do anything you could do with rap. We've seen Eminem do it. We've seen him. We heard him sing. We've heard everything. We heard he was in a group
yelling to the mic.
He was in a group with 10 niggas. Like we've seen with 6 niggas. Everything you could do. He had a music. He's done it in hip hop. But now he's just like, yo, let me just get in my bag in the mechanical, like the rap styles and on double entendres and flips. And now there's a dude who's grew up with Lil Nas X, Gucci, like he's got Lil Nas X, Migos, like Lil Uzi Vert, and he's in his headphones right now. Like, did he just say da da da? Like he just da da da. That's so new to his ear right now that he's like, yo. Like, so I think that's where I think he's put his eggs in that basket. I just really think Drake is so afraid, bro. Like, cause think about it. What if he did make a song where he just talks about the fallout from the Pusha shit?
Ooh.
It would be not even fire. It would probably be one of my favorite Drake songs.
He's not coming at Pusha. He's just talking about
exactly
what he went through.
It's going to be the same way he has on all the timestamp songs he has.
Yeah.
So he's gonna approach it like it's gonna be like 7:40 a.m. in
those
Chicago.
hookless songs.
Yes.
But you know why he won't do it? Because the first time this nigga whining about the battle. and he's so cognizant of that he's just like.
But it's like, you know what?
He's delusional about that, bro. Because
fuck the battle.
I want to hear him like he said 666. I look over at 40 and he was crying and I just want to hear it.
40 in the studio crying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I just want to hear it. Like when he came on my boy for his MS, I was, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know because he would have to reveal that he wasn't ready.
Yeah. No, I mean, but
truth. We're really talking about truth in your art.
But that's another thing too. I think we admire certain rappers because they were willing to say, "Hey, that hurt." Like that really hurt me. We've seen it from everybody from Tyler to Jim Jones. Like each one of those niggas in between has had a song where it's like, "Yo, this hurt me, and I can't even unfathom it.
You know what's funny? Drake has sort of gone in reverse in his career. Hove got more open.
Yeah.
Drake started open as fuck.
It's the tower.
Right.
And now he's so closed off into the hubris and money that it's just like, bro, I don't know how many times I can hear you tell me you got a new house, nigga. And there's bitches in it. I really don't. I don't care if you got the Wasi accent. I don't care if the beat is no drums in it. I don't care, nigga. Like when he released, I heard War. I was like, oh my god, this nigga's so trash. And then he did and then what's the last joint he just released? What's the last one he just released?
Juicy Slide?
No, that was garbage out the gate. We already know. What's the single? Not War, but let me go to
this year.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, though. We don't know because it's like shit. Just like, that's how much we don't care about this nigga right now, son. But it's like,
yeah, I don't care about that project too much.
What is it? Chicago Freestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chicago Freestyle release. He did War and the Tootsie Slide. Yeah. Chicago Freestyle. For some reason, he was in Brooklyn. I don't know why when he did the video for it. But anyway, so
filming in the Marcy Project.
Exactly, looking over his shoulder and shit. But you ever see the video for the Games 100?
But you love talking.
No, but that's a good song though, man. That's a good song.
The reason I love it because Drake has got a shot where he's got all the niggas for the hood with him, right? And one of these niggas, like, if you look at the video, one of the dudes, I think someone off camera called or yelled for somebody. And one of the dudes behind Drake responded and walked out. Because you know how they got the crowd behind them? And they walked up and was next to this nigga Drake. And so this nigga Drake turns like this. And they cut it. Where this nigga was back in the crowd. But I know for a second, this nigga Drake heart drops. He said, look, I told y'all
they
niggas.
Stepping up on me, I'm sorry.
I told y'all to stay behind me, young. It just looked menacing. And this nigga was like, this nigga turned. It was this boy and the nigga for the. Oh man, because you know half them niggas when he showed up, and Gabe was like, yeah, we gonna fill this joint by Black. Yeah, Drake was like, where everything good? He's like, yeah, you with me, you good, dog. You know you with me. And Drake was like, yeah, you right. And some of them niggas was like, yo, sing me something, yeah. And you know, it's that video where Justin Bieber went to the hood.
Oh yeah.
That nigga told Justin to sing.
Oh yeah.
You know they did that with Drake. Because they say, you know they did that with Drake. Say, I love that video.
Big Soldier's good in the hood, y'all.
Oh, son, that's even. They say Soldier can't come to the hood.
Say Soldier can't come to the hood. Hey.
Son, listen, bro.
Every time I watch that video, it's why you can just see his upper teeth, and it looks like they're dentures. And I'm like, why is Soldier just in the middle of the hood with his dentures on, about to get his ass kicked? Like,
why is Soldier anyway?
Hey, honestly, look, congrats to Soldier Boy right now. That nigga is selling soap.
Yeah,
he caking.
Yeah, we can't knock the hustle.
Nah, I can't.
That's the thing about black people. We can never knock the hustle, bro. Get it how you get it. I don't give a fuck. OnlyFans, Pornhub, do what you do.
Shit, man.
You know what's so funny? I was thinking about this with you know the girls who can't promote shit though?
Who?
Porn stars.
Yeah.
So they can't?
They can.
Yeah, right now.
They can.
Mm-hmm.
And because I look at Lana Rhoades and what she's doing for her boyfriend, you know, Logan Paul's homie. He just released a book and he released a vlog where she's dressed as a sexy librarian reading from his book. And she put a post out. My boyfriend got her book. She put it in her story and shit. And I'm just like, yo, she probably got at least a good solid, out of the 4 million people, she probably got a good 200,000 to look at his book. You know?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I just think about it. And I was like, and it's kind of like, and I think it's, I don't know, man, because I think because she started with the ultimate level of sluttiness, which was porn. So part of the people be like, Yeah, because for instance, I was on Instagram and I seen this one chick and she put artist in her profile. She says, I'm an artist and I draw. And she had a link to her gallery where you could purchase prints and stuff.
Okay.
Tell me why on her feed there was not one photo of anything she made.
Damn, not even like some titties she put up by mistake.
No. I appreciate, like, took a photo with, put your titties next to your picture.
Right, like something. You know
what I'm saying? So I can appreciate that. For instance, like I've that's dope marketing to me. Like, or you're cooking. I told this with one girl I know, she was like, yeah, I want to start like a cooking thing. And I was like, start it. Just, you be fine as hell up in the kitchen. Show a couple of videos, you stirring some shit. I'm like, look, you got to make it work for you. Right. Talk about your nutritional facts, get it across, get your points across, and make people know you got a brain too. But utilize the other skill set, you know, because there's a dime a dozen food things right now.
Oh,
what's your gimmick? What's your gimmick? Right. Every chick I know's got a I like it when they have like the idea, like, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to post my fitness regimen. I'm like, bitch, everybody, their grandma posting their fitness regimen. Don't nobody give a fuck about yours right now. But she thinks that's her level of getting out there. Like, I'm gonna break away from this. And so I don't know, man. I just think it's very interesting right now, man.
It's super interesting. I'm gonna let y'all know how these OnlyFans work out. I've subscribed to a few of them.
Give us a couple names.
Yeah. Shit.
I took Stefania's all her shit got reposted on Reddit. So I just snatched all her.
I've been trying to find that shit too. I'm not gonna lie.
The link at, bro.
Oh, I sent you some of the news she got. She got mad.
When?
Bro, right now.
You know what? I probably didn't, because you had your girl. Because she did this like a year ago.
See
how flagrant?
I seen the joint. Right, she got the bush. I don't really think it matters.
Because we recorded.
Look, bro, you know how lucky we'll be if one day people go through our old podcast and be offended by some shit we said? That means we made it, nigga. We made it. That's the telltale sign you made it. As soon as they do it, I'm going to call y'all niggas, yo, we made it, son. They on Twitter mad as fuck about that shit from 2020.
They try to burn us.
They found the old Zoom calls. I'm going to put out the patch. You got to understand, during quarantine, we really didn't give a fuck.
Yo, I'm really hoping we piss somebody off, because that's how you get shit jumping.
Honestly, I'm just letting y'all know, if we ever get a documentary, I'm basically going to be like Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
Shaking nobody's hand.
Like, hey, that's just how it was there at the time.
That's just how it was. Knowing back then, I'm like, hey, yo, fuck all these niggas, bitch ass, fuck ass, punk ass, sissy ass niggas. Oh, yeah, nigga. God,
I can't show that.
I was all up in the camera too, like you could just take that.
Well, I saved a lot of these joints to my phone, nigga, because I'm not about to go to Reddit every time I want to see some shit.
Yeah, what's up with that?
She got bad joints though. She got the joint spread eagle, nigga. She got the joints.
He acting like he can't just text me these photos.
I'm gonna text you one.
No. He can't. It's too hot.
Nah, she put them out there. This ain't no.
I'm gonna put it in what's the safest way to get these drinks? WhatsApp,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the podcast group.
Yeah, boy. He said
this nigga sound like she coming over. He's like, yeah.
Right? Birdman hand rub.
But
just go to Reddit. It's everywhere.
Very, very interesting.
Okay, so what is the joint you followed?
So I followed 6 girls right now, but one girl that's her name is Jade, but it's it's Jade with 2 E's.
What's she doing?
She's on Pornhub as well, but she be posting some extra shit on her OnlyFans, and she just beautiful. Like, that's it. Like, and she be doing it all.
Got you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, no, because that is the only thing with OnlyFans. Like, you can't like preview. Like, you can't like scroll through and see like, do I really want to like subscribe?
You see, I think OnlyFans, only way OnlyFans would get me is if I seen her decide to do it.
Ooh,
like, nah, let's say I was just following the joint for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she says, I'm gonna make an OnlyFans. Right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, damn, I gotta go in that joint.
Mm-hmm.
But if I come on your joint, you already got one. Then for me, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Because you knew anyway, and I can already find some new joints on Pornhub. Because there's a new video every day on Pornhub.
Yeah,
they got quarantine themed shit left and right now. So I don't get this. What is this thing about step siblings, bro?
I don't know, but I be watching it though.
That shit be weird.
I think it's the what is it? The taboo of it
and the proximity of like.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know, man. It's kind of. I think some niggas out here really fucking their step siblings, Sean.
Probably.
Oh, for sure, bro. Look, man, I knew a kid.
You gonna see shit so many times.
Like when, especially like if you
knew somebody. Hold on.
I knew somebody.
You gonna just breeze past.
Wait. Lou, what is their name and did they go to our high school?
First of all, we ain't go to the same high school. Matter of fact, I have not talked to dude in a brick, but there was this white kid. Man, a redhead steps. Of course, you already know. Had a redhead stepsister. I ain't gonna say his name, but her name was Morgan and his name was Kevin. But yeah, everybody wanted a piece of his stepsister, and me and him was like.
So hold on, so she was bad.
Oh yeah, she was one. She was like low key, kind of like slim.
And he said he was getting.
He told me because that was my boy way back in the day. I'm talking like 6th, 7th grade. He told me like.
What did you go to Forest Park?
I did not, and I'm not going to specify which school I went to.
I know.
All I'm saying is,
I think I know what school you went to too.
All I'm saying is, they did everything but go all the way. That's what homeboy told me. I'm like,
they ain't do
I get it, because like, I mean, that's not really your sister, but they just live in the house. But I'm just like, that's still.
I remember they released the Brady Bunch movie where Greg fucked Marsha.
Stop. Who?
Well, yeah.
There was a Brady Bunch movie where Greg fucked Marsha. Not fuck her, but he like kissed her and shit.
That's interesting.
Leia kissed.
I'm with that though.
Yeah, I mean they really wasn't family.
Yeah, they really. Yeah, that's it. It's that proximity thing.
That'd be hilarious. They got divorced later. They'd be like, okay, let me hit my ex sister up.
You mean my wife?
he's like, yeah, man. That show was so fucking stupid. Here's a story about a man named Brady. They was breaking up their very lovely girl.
Hey, man, look. My man's was trying his best, all right? Single father out here, it ain't easy.
What they had, like 4 kids each, right?
3.
Oh, 3? That's still too many.
3. Yeah. They tried to add a cousin. I was like, you don't need no more kids in this shit, nigga.
Right. They had a maid, too?
3 kids, the maid, the parents, and a dog.
Yeah.
Nah, ain't no more space in the house.
Yeah, it's wild.
Like Jan definitely became an SJW.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Yeah. And Marsha would have been one of these women out here like, he could grab me by the...
She voted for Trump.
Exactly. And Cindy was definitely the one who got all the way strung out and loves to listen to Amy Winehouse. And that means now she's cultured because of that.
Honestly, if I see a white girl that's like wild drunk listening to Amy Winehouse, I'm like, those are signs for help.
Yeah,
that's a lot of.
That's a sign for a lot of help.
That's a lot.
Yeah, man. We could probably wrap this joint up, yeah.
Yeah, man. Shit, my pizza about to be here.
Niggas been here for this joint for 3 hours or some change.
Yo, because
it was a good pod though. I like this
strong. Yeah, no, it was pre-production was actually followed.
Yeah, I told y'all niggas last time. I feel like I was just talking. Y'all niggas was just not.
Joe, I don't think you realize this, but that's basically most of the conversation.
No, I get it. I understand. Like I said, for me, it's just like, because now the last one I watched it literally, I could count, like, you niggas both talk for a total of 10 to 15 minutes each other. It was like a 3-hour pod. I was like, yo, I can't do this. This one was way better, though. It was more conversational. Like I said, we getting there, man. We trying to find our ebb and flows. Like I said, we ain't gonna really have a lot of different perspectives on the bullshit. You know, I'm just trying to dig at the layers of it, man. Like, let's get past the, oh my God, I can't believe it, into the, let's believe it. It's here.
Been here.
Yeah, so I think this was good though. We did a nice range of topic, music, sports, personal focus, everything.
You know, next time we can talk about Nick Cage being cast as Tiger King.
Huh?
Oh, y'all ain't hear that?
I did hear about that.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage is being cast as Tiger King. Joe Exotic.
Of course.
But why? Isn't the dude still alive, right? Or is he in jail?
Oh, there's gonna be a movie.
They're making a movie. They have to make a movie.
Bro.
The documentary is already there. He has all this footage of himself.
Right.
Oh, y'all check out Extracurricular on Netflix.
Yeah, I seen you post.
It's got a dub. It's got English dub if you don't want to read. You simple ass nigga. But anyway,
I was waiting for that.
I was just like, damn.
Look, I'm salty.
For the shot.
I'm salty, but bro, son, this shit is lit. Trust me. It's this nigga named what's his nigga name? I want to say Jisoo. I feel like I'm getting someone confused. But anyway, my boy, he's in school. He's a senior, right? And to save money for college, he decided to start a protection service for prostitutes.
You got me already.
So he has a phone where he set up this app that provides a service. So it'll come to his phone, it'll be like, so-and-so has just got a request for XYZ. Well, do you accept, right? And he hits accept. Then this other dude who doesn't know what he looks like, who's this tough-ass ex-military motherfucker, will take the girl to the location, and they each have these wristbands, right? So the show starts with one of his girls in a tub, and the dude's like got her tied up, and he cuts her hair. I think he's about to kill her. So she's reaching back, and she taps her wrist, and then the muscle shows up, right? So they provide a protection service, right? So at one point, this one girl tells him, so you're a pimp. He's like, no, I provide a protection service for the girls. And then later on in the series, he's, oh shit.
God.
And then later on in the series, he's having this dream, and he's talking to himself in a dream. And the dream is like, and he says, well, I'm a pimp. And he says, no, you run a protection service. He's like, no, I'm a pimp. But it's dope because everything's going well until this girl he likes pulls him aside. They got this project over the weekend, and she takes his phone when she sees him sleeping in class. And she takes his phone and she walks up to him and she flirt with him and shit. And he has his other phone and he opens the joint and she sees the passcode. So then she accesses his phone and sees, because the joint open, he's texting this nigga. He's like, yo, our one girl needs you to go there and save her. So then the dude shows up and he's like smacking the shit out the nigga, right?
Yeah.
And they call him uncle. And whenever he talks on the phone, it modulates his voice so you can't hear what he sounds like. So it sounds like an automated voice.
Yeah.
He never met this nigga. He's just called uncle, right? And he's a high schooler. Like I said, just watch it, dog. Because trust me, once you start it, you'll just go. It's 10 episodes of fire, bro. Trust me, because it's like shit gets so crazy, dog. I'm just like, I was so psyched when I watched this shit. I started at like 5 a.m. I just finished at 3 p.m. I was like, I just looked around. I was done, bro. Dude, trust me, it's fire, dog. Like, so the nigga's on the phone. He's like, yo, he's like, how much money does he have for damages? Because he cut the girl's hair, right? He's like, how much hair did he cut? And he's like, he cut this much. And he sent him a picture. He's like, all right, get $2,000 from him, right? And the dude's like, I don't have it. So he smacks him up and searches his stuff. He says, search his clothes, and he finds like $300 dug in like some back sock or some shit, right? Mm-hmm. And then he's like, that's all he has. He's like, okay, whoop his ass for the rest. And so the dude takes this nigga to the bathroom, right? He gets to the bathroom, he goes like this, and the dude's get his ass whooped. He's like this. That's what they do when they bang. They go like this. He's like, please don't whoop my ass, please. God. He beats the shit out this nigga. Trust me, y'all check out Extracurricular on Netflix, please. But we can wrap this up, yeah. Please.
All right.
Trust me, just one app. Give me one app. Just one app. If y'all like,
I'm sold, bro.
One app, dog. Trust me. This nigga, he's like, no, I'm a pimp. Trust me, son. This shit get crazy.
High school pimps. All right.
High school pimps, bro. But all right. So this has been a TWEOM Podcast. I've been your host, Joel Morris.
The host, Louis the 15th.
And I've been your other host, Walter Riddle.
And thank you for watching.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.